Visit WALNYlegal.com.
Would love to see you out at the ballpark. We got a private tailgate set up for a Brewers game coming up on Saturday, August 29th. The Brewers are hot, and we've got a big party. Want you to join us. We'll have the food, the drinks, and a bunch of us are going to be out there as well. Eric and I are planning to attend. We've got tickets to the game as the Brewers take on the Rangers at American Family Field. So want to have you join us. Again, it's August 29th for WTMJ Day at the ballpark. Get more information and secure your tickets at WTMJday.com. And we'll see you at the Yard. WTMJ Day, Saturday, August 29th. It's sponsored by Big Fish Contracting and Woodman's with catering courtesy of Left's Lucky Town.
Those windows, that bathroom you've been meaning to update. If you've been putting off home improvements, you're not alone. At Exterior Pros and Baths, they help homeowners upgrade their homes with beautiful roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, and bathrooms built to last. Right now, save up to $3,000 on your next project. Don't wait until a small problem becomes an expensive one. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com. Exterior Pros and Baths. Done right, built to last.
988 Wisconsin Lifeline. How can I help you?
Share hope, find purpose when you become a 988 Lifeline counselor. The 988 Wisconsin Lifeline provides free and confidential support to anyone in crisis. 988 has experienced tremendous growth and more statewide counselors are needed. Staffed by Family Services, 988 counselors work remotely, are offered flexible hours, competitive compensation, benefits, and training. Apply today at 988lifelinecounselor.org. Family Services is an equal opportunity employer.
Paid for by grants from SAMHSA and the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
Traffic is sponsored by the Wisconsin Assisted Living Association, supporting communities and residents through advocacy, education, and service. Where you live matters. Get the answers you and your family need about assisted living in Wisconsin. Start with clear, trusted guidance by visiting whereyouLiveMatters.org today.
Time saver traffic at 6:22. Debbie, how are we doing?
Still looking pretty good across the area. We've got pretty much full freeway speeds. Maybe a quick tap of the brakes westbound 94 coming out of the stadium, but nothing major at this point. They were saying that there's some debris in the roadway on 4394 southbound, right around Howard Avenue and Point South. I don't know if they're going to be closing anything off because I can't quite see anything there. But that being said, you just want to be extra careful. Give yourself some extra time there, and otherwise looking good. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Could see some fog this morning, otherwise partly cloudy, a high of 76. Tonight, a low of 65. Friday, sunny, warm, humid, slight chance for a storm later on tomorrow, a high of 83. The forecast sponsored by Big Fish Contracting. Visit bigfishcontracting.com. See how they're renovating homes, redeeming an industry. Tune into today's Brewers pregame show for the Big Fish Roof Update.
At 6:23 on Wisconsin's Morning News. Remember that time that the governor and lawmakers approved online sports betting in Wisconsin? It was months ago. March, April. That pathway forward was approved.
Well, we're waiting.
This morning, you still can't do it. And potentially delaying or maybe even derailing the effort, a legal challenge to the whole framework of the deal. WTMJ's Neil Doyle has been covering these developments for months. What's new this morning, Neil?
Well, not surprised to hear what we got this week. Yes, a new lawsuit challenging this law, which isn't even rolled out yet, as you said, Vince. I mean, this has been kind of an ongoing process since the governor signed this bill in April. But the latest we have as of yesterday, a lawsuit filed by the Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty. They are filing this on behalf of a couple of different plaintiffs and are suing the governor, a couple of others within the state, not wanting this online sports betting law to move forward. Basically, they are claiming that it has to do with things within the state constitution, the Act 247, which was signed back in 1993. So they're saying, look, this goes against part of that amendment, and so that's why this lawsuit was filed. But at the end of the day, they are not for online sports betting, and they don't want to see this get implemented. Now, kind of where we stand in this process, it's been an ongoing kind of negotiation between the governor and, of course, the state's tribes who are going to be allowed to offer online sports betting. That was part of the deal. They have been in negotiations because with this, you have to update these gaming compacts in the state. That has to get done by the governor, others within the state leadership. The tribes have to get on board, and then you got to get this sent off to the federal government. So it's a process. So that has been going on. That's why currently you can't sit on your couch at home and pull up the Potawatomi Sportsbook app and place a bet yet.
Doesn't happen yet.
Yeah, so that's kind of where it is. So it's been a process. Now, it's very unique. Wisconsin, kind of the way they've gone about it is this, hub and spoke model. They're letting the tribes handle all of the online sports betting. There's only one other state that has done this, because in a lot of the other states that have legalized online sports betting, a la Illinois, our neighbors over in Iowa, Minnesota, they have DraftKings, FanDuel. You've got a lot of these big sports books that have gone into these states. That's not what Wisconsin wants. They want the tribes to handle all of this. They can make their own sports books, and that's kind of where it's different. Florida, again, the only other states that has done this. So I talked earlier as this process has gone on. Jeff Sakotny is a senior news analyst, covers.com, big sports betting site. They cover sports betting throughout the country. He kind of thought there could be a challenge, and more so some of this kind of maybe challenging things within the state constitution, because the Florida model, it got challenged at the federal level and it was upheld.
This hub and spoke model, again, was tested in court and it survived. For the Seminole tribe, and it's now been running for a few years, I believe. That perhaps blunts some of that legal concern from that perspective. Again, if there could be some state level legal issues around the Constitution, that sort of thing that might get explored.
So again, kind of alluding, this got challenged federally the way Florida's done it. They have their Seminole tribe. They are the only one that can offer online sports betting. And everything, got passed and went through. So more so kind of here at the state level, we'll see what this lawsuit kind of brings. Again, supporters argue, look, this is within the tribal gaming framework. Sure, the gaming compacts have to be updated, but everything works here. Now, again, those within this lawsuit are saying this goes against everything within the state constitution. So we'll see how this plays out. It was filed in Waukesha County Court. So does this just kind of delay the process? Zakotny, I did reach out to him yesterday asking about this lawsuit, and he said he still thinks if the governor is the one, look, Governor Evers was a little hesitant, signed it, but if he wants to see this get done before he's out of office, they got to get moving. So he thinks maybe this still could get done and the online sports betting is offered by the end of the year. Or does this lawsuit and others, does it just delay it? And does it get kicked down the road to whoever's elected in November?
WTMJ's Neil Doyle on top of that for us. You mentioned you had a couple of friends in town who were surprised to discover they couldn't do their stuff.
They had heard it got signed. They're like, it's not live yet? Nope, not yet.
Right. News about your money this morning. WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. The Dow Jones Industrial Average finished the day at 54,349, the only of the major indices to be up on the day, about 0.5%. The NASDAQ was down some 222 points to 26,363. S&P 500 closed at 7724. That was off 13 points. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we know inspiration's in full swing this time of year. So bring us your wild ideas, and we'll bring the value on the quality supplies you need to make it happen at unbeatably low prices. Right now, during our summer jeans sale, get a free $20 Blaine's gift card when you spend $70 on Lee jeans for the family. Men's full blue brand jeans, just $10.99. Plus, in automotive, Kurt trailer hitches and accessories are 10% off. Find value on everything to do your thing. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
I'm Matt Dorner, CEO of Milwaukee Downtown Bid 21. Our business leaders value downtown Milwaukee.
Downtown is more than a destination. It's a community where relationships are built every day, where neighbors become friends and friends become family. I'm Christina Bianchini with the Bianchini Experience. With 4 businesses serving downtown, we bring impeccable hospitality to every experience we create.
Get down to business at MilwaukeeDowntown.com.
John Mercure here for Connect Chiropractic. Life today can keep us stuck in stress mode. Headaches, poor sleep, constant tension, feeling worn down. At Connect Chiropractic, the focus isn't just masking symptoms, it's finding the root cause, helping your nervous system function the way it was designed so your body can heal, adapt, and perform at its best. If you deal with headaches, sleep struggles, or neck and back pain from long days at a desk, take a closer look. Start with a first visit at Connect Chiropractic. It includes advanced scans, digital x-rays, helping uncover what's really going on. on. Connect Chiropractic.
When you're at the State Fair, be sure to check out the Big 5-9 main stage, featuring amazing acts like Nelly, For King and Country, Winona Judd, Melissa Etheridge, and more. Tickets are on sale now. Big 5-9 is a proud sponsor of the fair and a proud supporter of the local Wisconsin communities they have served since 1859. So grab your bucket of lemonade or beer, something on a stick, and join Big 5-9 at the Wisconsin State Fair between August 6th and August 16th. Member FDIC.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. There's been a lot of talk about Progressive Abdul El-Sayed, winner of the Michigan Democratic primary for an open Senate seat. Mike Rogers, the Republican, will be vying for that seat, rallying his own supporters last night.
I'm telling you, this is about the heart and soul of our country. The whole country is looking at us here in Michigan. They're looking at you. And they're hoping we do everything that we can do together to make sure that we stop this in its tracks.
El-Sayed says he's running on a platform of affordability and getting money out of politics. Republican Senators Bill Cassidy and Lisa Murkowski meeting with acting Attorney General Todd Blanche on his nomination to be full Attorney General, now that their colleague Susan Collins has said she will not be voting to confirm him. Dozens of health workers at the epicenter of Congo's Ebola outbreak are protesting, demanding that they get paid. They say they haven't received wages since the outbreak was declared in mid-May. This is ABC News.
Well, things are moving along pretty well across the area. Westbound 94, you've got your usual stuff right through the stadium interchange past Hawley Road. Eastbound's all clear at the moment. Southbound on 41, no major problems there. We've got a nice clear ride on 43, southbound into the Marquette as well. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Storm team forecast, a high of 76 degrees today. Got to shake some morning fog, and then skies turn partly cloudy. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 65. 68 right now in Milwaukee. And from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, state regulators are weighing another energy proposal for powering data centers. This time, though, a pair of natural gas plants. It would be in Walworth and Kenosha counties.
The projects known as Foundry Ridge and Red Oak Ridge are going through what some may call a regulatory loophole. Chicago-based Invenergy wants to construct the gas plants, and We Energies would later acquire the power. Maria Chavez with Union of Concerned Scientists says this process would restrict the state's regulatory body.
Because Invenergy is not a public utility, there is a narrower legal scope from which the Public Service Commission must review its proposals.
Red Oak Ridge in the town of Paris would be the second largest natural gas plant in Wisconsin. Jessica Gatso, WTMJ News.
The cyclosporiasis outbreak is growing. More states now announcing victims of the cyclosporiasis parasite outbreak, but local health officials say you should still eat fresh produce.
Medical College of Wisconsin's Dr. Ben Weston says the long-term benefits from fruits and vegetables outweighs the risk of the parasite. Weston tells Wisconsin's Midday News.
It's still less common than other foodborne illnesses we hear about, like salmonella and E. coli. Now, what we do know is that certain people are more susceptible. And in particular, they're susceptible to getting sick from this rather than just having bothersome symptoms. And that's people with underlying health conditions.
2 people have died and nearly 300 people have been hospitalized since the parasitic outbreak. Jen Gregg, WTMJ News.
The former UWM at Washington County campus completing now its transformation into a private K-12 school. County officially completed the sale to Ozaki Christian School, known as Faith Ridge Christian School. Class is set to begin in the new building this fall.
Heading to the Wisconsin State Fair. It kicks off today, by the way. Well, there is a bag policy you got to be aware of.
Diaper bags, small purses, and small totes are all fine when heading into the fair, as long as they are 9 by 10 by 12 inches. They do not have to be clear. Additionally, empty reusable water bottles, cups, and souvenir cups are allowed. Any carry-in items for family care, such as water or snacks for children, or anything for medical reasons will be permitted, no medical proof or note needed. Small cameras and umbrellas are allowed into the fair, but not into the State Fair main stage. All bags may be searched upon arrival. Elizabeth Linton in WTMJ News.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:34.
Traffic is sponsored by the famous Fox and Hounds restaurant near Holy Hill.
Buy one dinner, get one free tonight at the historic Fox and Hounds Supper Club, including steak and lobster. And desserts are buy one, get one free. Tables are open, foxandhoundsrestaurant.com. Restaurant prices are soaring, but not at the Mind Chef restaurant in Hartford. WTMJ's John Mercure here. Every Thursday, when you buy one pizza, you get a second pizza free. Don't turn on your oven today. Enjoy a free pizza at the Mine Shaft. Buy one pizza, get one free. Buy 5, get 5 free pizzas Any size, any quantity. Coaches, bring in your soccer and baseball team today for free pizza. And your players will love that huge game room. It's super affordable team bonding. Bring in pizza today for your hardworking employees. Order now, pick up your free pizza shortly. They're going to appreciate you big time. So don't cook. Take your family to the cool and comfortable Mine Shaft for free pizza. The Mine Shaft in beautiful downtown Hartford and in Oshkosh. Buy one pizza today. Get one free, just walk in. And the Friday, all you care to eat haddock fish fry is just $8.99. Mineshaft.restaurant.com.
Hey everybody, Debbie Lazaga here. Every morning I talk about traffic backups and slowdowns around Milwaukee. Well, at Sewer Ninjas, they help homeowners avoid a different kind of backup, a sewer backup. Noticeably worse. Sewer Ninjas is a Wisconsin family-owned company specializing in sewer camera inspections, drain cleaning, and trenchless repairs, get this, that can be often completed without tearing up your yard. Their goal is simple. Find problems early and help homeowners avoid costly surprises. Learn more at sewerninjas.com. That's sewerninjas.com.
From large manufacturer to local pizza shop and every business in between, Summit Credit Union helps your vision take shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions. Whatever you're building, you've got this, and Summit Credit Union's got you.
Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all.
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 Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:37.
The Brewers' record that Kyle Harrison almost broke Wednesday, and what got in the way? That's coming up in sports at 6:45. If I told you this building was once referred to as the Milk of Magnesia building.
I don't know if that would have done it for me.
No? The Blue Building.
Yeah, that I would have gotten.
That you would know.
The one downtown here.
Yes, right across the street from where we are here in downtown. Long time referred to as Henry Royce Federal Plaza, named after a long-serving congressman from Milwaukee.
Kind of a neat building.
And it used to house a number of federal offices. I think the IRS was in there, maybe some FBI offices, but that's long since over. And now it's just an office tower. It's 310 West Wisconsin. And you might have heard it in the top of the hour news. The city has this proposal. They're engaging with a developer who wants to convert this office space to residential. In this particular thing, it's going to be 220 residential units, studio, 1, 2, 3 bedroom apartments that will be there. I didn't see here, if it's rent or if it's condos, but without regard to that, the city's going to throw some money at it, some TID district money, tax incremental district. Not always a fan of that. If you have somebody who would otherwise do a project without getting a whole bunch of money handed out to them from the government, then you ought to just let that happen. This is a case where perhaps it's probably best used because that building is really under capacity.
It'd be great if you can get people moving in there.
So that's the thing, though.
Tough part,
Are we up against now a capacity issue where there's more capacity than there is demand? We will see, but that's what's happening with the Milk of Magnesia building here in downtown. 6:38 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Looking for a getaway with fantastic outdoor recreation? Sheboygan is a perfect destination. Hike or bike through Kohler Andre State Park and other local parks. There are all kinds of water sports, including surfing, paddleboarding, and kayaking. Sheboygan's walkability takes you to South Pier. Visit shops, play mini golf, and enjoy fine dining. Shop their farmers market and take in live music. It's the Malibu of the Midwest. Plan your getaway today at visitsheboygan.com.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here. It was the best part about getting home. After a long family road trip, had a vacation. It was fantastic, great vacation. But boy, when you get back to the homestead and you see those garage doors from J.D. Griffiths, there isn't a better feeling of how amazing the house looked. It's hard to hug a garage door, by the way, but I made it work.
I bet you
J.D. Griffiths, we could not be more pleased with our garage doors from J.D. Griffiths. They've been doing it for decades. And right now, by the way, is a chance for you. Contact J.D. Griffiths, mention WTMJ, get $100 off a garage renovation, $100 off a new garage door, or $500 toward a new garage build. The time is now. Here's the website, jdgriffiths.com/WTMJ.
Your home is about as personal as it gets, right?
We want to build a relationship with homeowners, not only educating them, but we're getting to know them and allowing them an opportunity to get to know us.
Yeah, the interview goes both ways. Getting to know people while also serving them. It's so much more than just, okay, we're replacing your roof.
Besides that, it's just the right thing to do. See how Big Fish Contracting is renovating homes and redeeming an industry at bigfishcontracting.com.
Time saver traffic at 6:40. Debbie.
We are slowing down just a bit westbound on 94 from about 35th Street all the way to Holly Road. Eastbound still clear. Southbound 41, not a problem at the moment. All the way from Good Hope all the way to the Zoo interchange. As a matter of fact, bypass is looking pretty good too. Right around the block, all is well. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
From TMJ4, I'm meteorologist Brendan Johnson with your Storm Team forecast. A bit of some patchy fog as we kick off our Thursday. Otherwise, a mix of cloud cover and some sunshine as high temperatures climb into the mid-70s. A mix of clouds and clear sky tonight, low of around 65. Then mostly sunny, warm and humid for our Friday. Slight chance for a few late-day showers and thunderstorms. We'll look for high temperatures to top out in the low to mid-80s.
Milwaukee's at 68.
Time to celebrate an everyday hero here on Wisconsin's Morning News. So an everyday hero is when we here in the program identify and honor an average John or Jane Doe who had no idea when they got up one morning they'd be saving a life. Today, Vince, we head to London. So it's a busy day at the barber shop in London this past week.
All right, very well.
Mm-hmm.
Bit off the top then, please.
Two Chairs Grooming Room. So they're at the Two Chairs Grooming Room when all of a sudden one of the barbers tells the son that guy runs into the shop with a bloodied blue shirt, yelling, I've been stabbed. And he's able to run and he's okay, but he's bleeding profusely because he got stabbed. So they helped him out. I was cutting someone's hair when a man rushed in asking for help. He was bloodied and was holding his back. I immediately ran to give him some tissue, tried to calm him down. He said a woman had jumped at him without saying anything and just started attacking him with scissors. So now they start realizing that there's some incident taking place outside. This lady who is struggling with a mental disability at this moment started attacking people with these scissors, and she attacked 4 different people, and this barber sees this happening. So what do? Imagine you're this barber, someone comes running into the shop bloodied, I just was attacked. Are you calling 911? Are you locking the door? Or are you going out there to help? We all came rushing out of our shops to help, he said. I ran towards her down the street, and she stopped, and she looked at me holding the scissors. She had a strange look in her eyes. It was like she was possessed almost, but I still ran towards her and held her back. He grabbed this woman and held her so she wouldn't attack anyone else. Police arrive after 15 minutes, and they take care of this. She is okay. They knocked the scissors out of her hands, and clearly now that she is being... she's in custody and will be treated and taken care of. Everyone who was attacked are okay, but how about this barber? No, the idea wasn't to lock the door and to hide. He actually went toward the person with the weapon and saved a life. It's not something you necessarily think that you'd be put into that position, but this guy was. Thank you to the barbers there at the Two Chairs Grooming Room in London.
I was just doing what any other mate would do.
Yeah?
Right.
Saving a life. You are an everyday hero.
No matter where you hear WTMJ, whether it be here...
So we are overlooking the bay. We're in the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studios.
Or there.
Here live in our Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio.
Catch us at home or on the go. Thanks to Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
In the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin podcast studio.
We are live wherever you are, on the air and on the go. The Pella Windows and Doors podcast studio is live on WTMJ.com.
Vince Vitrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin just referred another friend to OAW. Now, her daughter is a young athlete, and she's been dealing with some back pain. And my friend said, would your ortho people be a good place for her? Absolutely, I told her. Now, I gave her the name of a couple of specialists who might be a good fit, or Ortho ASAP if that works out better for you. I said clinic hours every day of the week in Brookfield and Pewaukee. Walk right in and you get started right away. Great thing about OAW is they have the experts in every field. So if it's best to have a doc in sports or regenerative medicine working on you, that's great. If it's an injury or something better addressed by a surgeon, they have those too as well. And you, the young athletes in your house, you'll always be in the best of hands at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Get started at orthowisconsin.com.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk.
All right, so it's time for a nickname for this guy. Kyle Harrison returns after a sore arm, comes back and just deals against the Pirates as the Brewers win and beat the Pirates at AmFam Field. So Harrison, who had been off, right? Been on the IL because of this arm, throws 5 innings, strikes out 10, including the last 8 guys he faced. The dude was just dealing. Now, you were a little freaked out because he didn't come out and he wasn't able to finish the 6. He didn't even get to start the 6. He came out but then walked off the mound. Here's what it was. He cramped up. So he explained afterward what he did to try to fix the cramping.
Down in a pickle shot, and down in a whatever hot cinnamon thing. So just trying to get the cramps out. Those last 2 hitters in the 5th inning just kind of locking up on me. Had the groin locked it up.
So
Does that work?
The pickle
what did he say,
shot?
pickle shot?
Well, he also said something else, which makes me think maybe he had himself a shot. Listen to what he said here closely.
Down in a pickle shot, and down in a whatever hot cinnamon things.
Hot cinnamon things? That's getting me thinking.
Fireball.
So yes, no, it worked. It definitely worked for this guy. He throws. He'll be back. I think there were some concerns that there was going to be some issues there, but he is all right. He's going to be fine. So now the Brewers look to go for the series this afternoon. Hope they can take it this afternoon. It's Brewers and Pirates, and we got the new guy, Dustin May, on the mound for the Crew. 12:30, 1:10 first pitch right here on WTMJ.
Packers Family Night, thank you, is tomorrow. The team does have a closed practice today at training camp. Heard this week, game-wrecking linebacker Micah Parsons is progressing well, citing mid-October for his return to game action coming off that ACL surgery.
He could see himself in a bunch of different spots and different calls. So
that's new Packers defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon. A lot of talk is, how the new scheme is going to be different. We got the new guy. Are certain guys going to fit into that? How are they going to fit in? I love his response here, to a question about, okay, well, so have you talked about how you're going to use Micah Parsons? Where does he fit in? Have you thought about all of these things?
a player like that, it's not, very complicated in my opinion to use him or deploy him in a way to affect the game in a positive way.
Why I like that is sometimes simpler is better. The guy's an amazing talent. Tell him this is where you line up, and then just be you. You can't do that with every guy. Some guys need, but this is a guy who I don't know to what degree you need to scheme for him and coach him up, whatever. Just go out there and destroy things. I love that idea. We've had these defensive schemes in the past with the Packers where some have been so overcomplicated and confusing. Where play would end and a couple of guys looking at each other. I thought you were
pointing,
can't
arms up.
stand it. Or we got to get on the same page.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's no page. Put the guy out there and let him wreck the game. That is a positive sign for what could be a very nasty Packers defense this year.
We're talking about practice.
Are you worried about running out of money in retirement? Wondering about how to pay less taxes? Join me, Tony Drake, for the Retirement Ready Show, live every Saturday at noon and Sunday at 7 a.m. on WTMJ 620 or 103.3 FM. We'll talk about smart strategies to help you retire with confidence. Don't miss it.
Drake & Associates LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
Vince Vitrano for Hunt's Flooring in Greenfield. So you're getting the place ready. You got folks coming over this summer. You clean the floors, but they still don't look nice. That was our story in the house. We had carpeting and old vinyl in our home. Got the carpets professionally cleaned. That'll do it. Nah, they were clean, but they look gray and dull. And the same thing with our decades-old vinyl. So we made the change. If this sounds like your house, let's get my team from Hunt's to upgrade and replace. The compliments will keep coming every time you have folks over. Exactly what's happened at our house since we got real hardwood installed at a great price from Hunt's. Hunt's flooring works efficiently. They keep turnaround times quick, so you're not stuck in a long project, which you do not have time for this summer. Tell them Vinny sent you. Stop out at Highway 100 in Greenfield or get started at huntsflooring.com.
It's WTMJ's Julia Fellow. Right now, a child in our community needs more than a place to stay. They need stability, encouragement, a caring adult who believes in them. St. Charles Youth and Family Services is looking for compassionate people and families to become foster parents. It's through their treatment foster care program. You'll receive training, guidance, and ongoing support every step of the way. Learn more about becoming a foster parent today at stcharlesinc.org. That's stcharlesinc.org. stcharlesinc.org.
Sure, first pitch is important, but real Brewers fans know the real warm-up starts in the parking lot. Join us for WTMJ Day, the fan-focused tailgate before the Brewers game on Saturday, August 29th, presented by Big Fish Contracting and Woodman's, with catering by Left's Lucky Town. Text WTMJ to 855-616-1620 right now. WTMJ Day, before the Brewers game on Saturday, August 29th.
Traffic is sponsored by TaybackAttorneys.com. Veterans benefits denied? Call Tayback for the payback. Brave Americans who served shouldn't be denied benefits or have a disability claim incorrectly evaluated by the VA. If you're one of those vets, call Tayback for the payback. TaybackAttorneys.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
651. Debbie, what do you see in traffic?
Just a bit backed up through the stadium interchange, westbound 94 from about 35th Street to Holly Road. Eastbound's tightening up a bit as you're making your way out of the stadium interchange to 35th. Northbound 41, just a little slow right past Hampton. Southbound's all clear, though. We're looking good there all the way to the zoo. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Your storm team forecast for today, a high of 76 degrees. Might see some fog this morning, then skies partly cloudy. The partly cloudy skies continuing overnight and a low down to 65. So State Fair, if you're heading tonight, let's bring a sweatshirt, which is a rarity for the State Fair. It could be 97 and humid. Friday, mostly sunny, warm, and humid. Slight chance of a storm in the afternoon or evening hours, high 83. Saturday, mostly sunny, warm, and humid. Slight chance of a storm in the evening with a high of 81. And Sunday, chance of showers and storms, mostly cloudy and a high of 82. 68 right now.
Hey, it was a pretty neat moment. This is when sports and life kind of combine a little bit. Christian Yelich, everyone knows him, even if you're not a big Brewers fan. You know, Christian Yelich. Anyway, he's been struggling mightily, to say the least. And yesterday, or 2 days ago now, Pat Murphy had said, hey, you know what? How about we help him out? You know, loved it if the fans could, cheer this guy instead of jeering him.
Full of folks giving him a standing ovation. Pat Murphy talked last night after the game, after Yelich heard some boos after his 0 for 4 night. Don't forget what this guy has done for us in the past.
So he comes up, he gets a standing ovation from a few fans. Everyone's cheering him, and later in the game,
3-1 pitch. Yelich, a line drive into right. That's a base hit. It's going to roll all the way to the warning track in right field.
It's pretty neat to see that it actually came to fruition. The guy had a couple of hits, an RBI, a run scored. Joining us now on Wisconsin's Morning News, ESPN Milwaukee's Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Jen, it's pretty neat when you actually see that even these professionals, that support has to mean something.
Well, and I think we talked about this on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy yesterday, in that people were asking for Christian Yelich to be benched. It was time to sit him down. Murph had moved him down in the lineup. He got moved back up with the Jake Bauers injury the other night, back to like 5. But he obviously has been striking out a lot. And what I said to the guys was, the problem with Christian Yelich's stretch over the last month and a half is every once in a while he gets a clutch hit. And I'm sure if you're Murph and if you're Yelich and if you're some of the people in the clubhouse, you're going, okay, he's working his way back. Now we got to string a few of those together. And then there would be a lull where he wouldn't get a hit in the game. He'd go 0 for 4. And you'd be like, dang it, right back to struggling. So I think that's probably what contributed to them not feeling comfortable benching him or taking him out of the lineup on a consistent basis, because every once in a while he would have a night like last night, 2 for 4, like you said, the RBI, the run scored. He also had the 2 strikeouts. But I do love that the fans, and I said this on our show yesterday, guys, our fans are locked in. They know the storylines. They know what's going on. They're plugged in with this team. They knew what Murphy had said in the post game on Monday night, and this was how they responded to it, sort of drowning out anybody who wanted to express any level of disappointment or frustration with Christian Yelich at the ballgame.
Yeah, I think you alluded to it there, Jen, that fans are paying attention, and they heard manager Pat Murphy's call for, hey, let's try this. Instead of booing the guy, let's cheer him and get behind him. What do you think of the manager kind of putting that out there?
I don't love it, and I said this to our guys on the show yesterday. It feels a little like the manager parenting the fans. We joke around a lot, and sometimes we're very critical of Matt LaFleur when he tells everybody when to be cheering and when to be quiet, and he doesn't like the wave. And it's like, hey, man, focus on what's happening between the white lines, right? Like, that's what I want my managers, my coaches to be focused on, not. But we would be remiss, to your point earlier, if we didn't recognize how the fans impact the game, how they impact the players, the momentum, the vibes, all of those types of things. And so I understand it. I wouldn't do it. I don't love, again, admonishing fans or telling fans how to fan, especially, again, when I think we have a really smart fan base. You know, for some fans, they had given Christian Yelich a really long leash, and they were disappointed in his inability to perform. And they know that they're going to need him to perform if they want this team to make a deep run in the postseason.
I just appreciate that Murph didn't realize people listen to the postgame show.
Does anybody really listen to what I say at the end of these things? You know what I mean? Like, do some people really tune in?
I hope so. What do we need to show them the ratings, Jen?
Sure. I don't know that he cares that much. I think. But the other thing, again, last night, guys, I'm sure you saw Kyle Harrison on the hill, and he was incredible, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I think he had 10 strikeouts, 8 in a row at one point. Yep. And there was a graphic circulating on social media this morning about how the Brewers have 3 of the top 4 strikeout rate starting pitchers in Major League Baseball right now. And that, of course, is Jacob Mizorowski, Kyle Harrison, and Logan Henderson. And I got a little like, hey, man, maybe the whole Scooble thing not shaking out won't be the worst thing in the world for this Brewers team, who clearly has some very strong starting pitchers, you know, as we continue in the second half of the season.
ESPN's Jen Latta with us this morning. Thanks, Jen. Have a great show.
See you guys.
6:57 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Florsheim's Suburban Milwaukee Shoe Company will receive a refund for $19.8 million in tariff payments. Waco Group Incorporated paid heavily for tariffs because all of its shoes are manufactured overseas, with China as the biggest source. The U.S. Supreme Court invalidated the Trump administration's tariffs in February. Electric motorcycle company Livewire Group, a subsidiary of Harley-Davidson, could be delisted from the New York Stock Exchange. Its shares have traded below $1 for over a 30-day trading period. And a new supermarket with a focus on Asian cuisine is preparing to open soon in Menominee Falls. Asia Harvest Supermarket will take over a space that was previously home to Pet World Outlet Warehouse. I'm Addison Lathers from MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on 620 WTMJ.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. Start your weekend tonight with a free dinner at the historic Fox and Hound Supper Club, right near Holy Hill. I love the Fox and Hounds. When you buy one dinner, your second dinner is free every night. Desserts and ice cream drinks are delicious, and also buy one, get one free. Enjoy the choice porterhouse steak, the braised pork shank, roast duck, twin lobster tails, the surf and turf. Any entree and your second dinner is free. Relax with your favorite beverage on the patio in the woods. Spectacular views, amazing dinners in the 8 dining rooms. The Fox and Hounds, just off Highway 167 near Holy Hill. It's a one-of-a-kind summer dining destination. Wherever you live, it's worth the beautiful easy drive through the Kettle Moraine for your free dinner. And the Friday haddock fish fry is one of the best, and it's all you care to eat. Weekends might be too busy. Enjoy your free dinner tonight at the Fox and Hounds Supper Club. Tables are open. Google and reserve.
As the kiddos get ready to get back to school, you can find really great back-to-school savings at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores. School supplies and some surprisingly cool clothing too. And teachers, you get an additional discount. Get the best back-to-school bargains at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
Ooh, you're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
When I shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, every time I come in, it's like a whole new store. It's because new inventory is arriving daily, all kinds of everything. And let me tell you, thrift store prices make buying easy, and helping others at the same time, that's icing on the cake. St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
Ooh, you're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Transform your home today. Exterior Pros. Trust the pros.
There's no place like home. And nothing like Brewers baseball.
0-2 pitch is lined out to right. This is headed for the seats. It is gone! Jake Bowers with an absolute laser.
The Brewers take on the Pirates today at American Family Field.
Struck him out swinging at 103.
Our Brewers Radio Network game day coverage starts at 12:35. We are the home of the Brewers. 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
Just after 7 o'clock, I'm Vince Vitrano on Wisconsin's Morning News. Thursday, August 6th, our top story, leaders in Madison still facing calls for more transparency.
I'm Eric Bilstead. Dr. Fauci back on Capitol Hill.
I'm Debbie Lazia. Westbound 94 backing up from 35th Street to Hawley Road, eastbound out of the Stadium interchange to 35th. Northbound 41 a little bit tight from Capitol Drive up past Hampton. Southbound's all clear at the moment, as is the bypass. I'm Debbie Lazia with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Storm team forecast, some morning fog, then skies turn partly cloudy with a high of 76 degrees, low down to 65 tonight. Right now at 69. And from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, frustrations continue over what some are suggesting is a lack of information, as the investigation into the death of Corey Ruiz is ongoing in Madison. He was the man killed in that police shooting last month, accused of pulling a knife during a confrontation with officers. Madison Police Chief John Patterson.
It's been a timing issue. It has to first go through DOJ and DCI. And then we can transition to both the IM's investigation and then, frankly, the one that I'm going to have to be responsible for internally.
Madison's independent police monitor filed a subpoena for police records connected to the shooting, which have not yet been released.
A concerning air traffic safety incident involving Marine One, with President Trump on board.
Prior to takeoff, air traffic control audio capturing Marine One's pilots, giving controllers multiple 3-minute warnings, which under standard protocol would prompt controllers to then pause commercial traffic at Reagan. But during Tuesday's departure, controllers appearing not to hear that critical 3-minute warning, one even mentioning the lack of advance notice. The two aircraft momentarily coming within 1.5 horizontal miles and 500 vertical feet of each other, violating the FAA's safe distance procedure.
ABC's Gio Benitez, the FAA says it is reviewing the safety protocol.
More information now being released about a series of cyber attacks on water systems across the country.
According to the FBI, water systems in at least 7 states have now been targeted in this growing wave of cyber attacks. First, multiple water systems across Minnesota hacked last week. Officials in Michigan, New Jersey, Georgia, and South Dakota say they were also targeted, and those numbers could grow. The investigation is ongoing, but signs are pointing toward Iran, which, as we know, has targeted U.S. infrastructure going back years now.
President Trump downplayed the possibility that Iran could be behind the attacks in Minnesota.
Happening today, Dr. Anthony Fauci faces a contempt vote by a Senate panel after he repeatedly invoked the Fifth Amendment during questioning about his handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. Former Western District of Virginia U.S. Attorney John Fishwick tells News Nation.
It's a federal crime. It's a misdemeanor, but if referred to DOJ, if they prosecute, and if he's convicted for contempt of Congress, he would face up to 12 months in jail and also a $100,000 fine. So it's a serious criminal charge with a lot on the line for Dr. Fauci.
Senator Rand Paul says because Fauci's been issued a presidential pardon, he should be forced to answer questions because he has immunity.
A conservative legal group asking a judge to block Wisconsin's new online sports betting law before it even takes effect.
The Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty filed the lawsuit, arguing the law violates the state constitution's prohibition on expanding gambling without voter approval. The suit also claims the plan violates the U.S. Constitution by giving Wisconsin's tribes exclusive rights to operate online sports betting. Supporters of the law argue it's constitutional because all bets would be processed through servers located on tribal land. Governor Tony Evers signed the measure back in April, and the state's 11 federally recognized tribes have urged him to move forward with implementation. Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
Coming up, a salmonella outbreak now touching Wisconsin. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:05.
Finding the right talent is not just tough, it's critical. In a world shaped by rapid change, AI, and evolving skills, you need people who are ready to adapt and lead. Vince Vitrano for LAK Group, experts in recruiting across your organization, finding top candidates, assessing their skills, culture fit, and ability to thrive in the workplace of tomorrow. LAK Group does not fill positions. They build high-performing teams, engaged, future-ready, and equipped to navigate what's next. LAKgroup.com.
Hi, I'm Kirsten Hildebrand of Hildebrand Law Firm. Since 2001, we've proudly helped Milwaukee families and business owners protect what matters most. We combine the experience of a larger law firm with the personal attention you deserve. We take the time to listen, explain your options, and create a plan that's right for you. When the stakes are high, you need trusted legal advocates who will stand by your side every step of the way. Protect your family, your legacy, and your peace of mind. Visit hildebrandlawfirm.net to schedule a consultation today.
Milwaukee Weight Loss says back to school means back to you. Schedule now and enroll by August 31st to save $200 on the complete weight loss program. Visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com today. Schedule your free consultation. Hurry up. Offer ends August 31st. MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
When you're at the State Fair, be sure to check out the Big 5-9 main stage featuring amazing acts like Nelly, For King and Country, Winona Judd, Melissa Etheridge, and more. Tickets are on sale now. Big 5-9 is a proud sponsor of the fair and a proud supporter of the local Wisconsin communities they have served since 1859. So grab your bucket of lemonade or beer, something on a stick, and join Big 5-9 at the Wisconsin State Fair between August 6th and August 16th. Member FDIC.
Every child deserves someone who won't give up on them. That's what LaCausa's Treatment Foster Care program provides.
She just made me feel like I could breathe. At the end of the phone call, she said, "I love you." And I'm like, you don't even know me, but I felt like she did love me. It just let me know everything's gonna be okay. Like, everything is gonna be okay.
One caring adult can change a child's life. Learn how you can become a foster parent with LaCausa at lacausa.org.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:07.
This Brewers All-Star needed a night, and he got one. Sports at 7:15.
Hundreds are sickened from a salmonella outbreak linked to jalapenos.
That includes 9 people in Wisconsin. The jalapenos from Coast Citrus Distributors were sourced from Mexico and mostly sold to restaurants, including Chipotle and Qdoba. Both chains have stopped serving the affected peppers. The CDC says most illnesses reported so far started between mid-June and mid-July. The FDA is still trying to determine if the recalled jalapenos also went to grocery stores. Jessica Gatso, WTMG News.
Rising interest rates and sky-high home prices keeping would-be buyers out of the housing market.
The average for a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage has risen to 6.81%, the highest in a year. The not-too-surprising result, says the Mortgage Bankers Association, is a 3% drop in mortgage applications from last week to this. Prospective homebuyers are sitting on the sidelines and waiting for the numbers to make financial sense before they sign on the dotted line.
That's ABC's Jim Ryan reporting.
The gates aren't even open yet, but a lot of activity this morning at the Wisconsin State Fair, which opens up in just a few hours here in Milwaukee, or at State Fair Park near West Dallas. Meanwhile, a lot of work being done to make sure the rides are safe.
The Wisconsin State Fair says every one of its 38 rides is checked by state inspectors, a third-party inspection company, and ride operators themselves before and during the fair. State Fair CEO Sherry Black tells WTMJ.
It's really a partnership between several of our entities. Having that third-party inspector that comes in, we are able to hire the best in the field. We always bring in very knowledgeable and reputable inspectors.
Black says ride operators also complete inspection checklists every morning before opening, while third-party inspectors remain on site throughout the 11-day fair. At the Wisconsin State Fair, Nizer Spencer, WTMJ News.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 7:09.
This report is brought to you by Siding Unlimited. It's siding and a whole lot more. Visit sidingunlimited.com.
Energy efficient, easier to clean, amazing insulation, and just fantastic windows. Siding Unlimited has proven to be the choice for windows and doors. This is Eric Brown with Aaron Brown. We're brothers and owners of our family business, Siding Unlimited.
We figured out long ago that the right product, installed the right way, delivers the best experience for our customers. For 32 years, our experience shows on every job.
32 years, and Siding Unlimited continues to lead the industry. The secret, and Aaron just said it, our experience. From start to finish, the Siding Unlimited team knows how to deliver for our customers a quality window and door install.
Trust the local, family-operated Siding Unlimited to be the company of choice for your next window project. Proven to be the best by earning Pella's prestigious Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times.
Siding Unlimited. Experience, integrity, craftsmanship. Call Siding Unlimited at 262-567-4513 or visit sidingunlimited.com today.
Remember, Marty's Pizza.
Right off I-94 and Highway 83 in Delafield.
Time saver traffic at 7:10, brought to you by Marty's Pizza in Delafield. Debbie?
Right now, we are seeing a pretty good ride on 41 southbound. No major delays all the way into the zoo interchange. The northbound side, we got some debris in the roadway right about at Watertown Plank Road. Another quick tap of the brakes right past Hampton. Westbound 94 slowing out of the stadium to Hawley Road. Eastbound out of the stadium to 35th Street. The rest of the system is still looking really good. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
From TMJ4, I'm meteorologist Brendan Johnson with your Storm Team forecast. A bit of some patchy fog as we kick off our Thursday. Otherwise, a mix of cloud cover and some sunshine as high temperatures climb into the mid-70s. A mix of clouds and clear sky tonight, low of around 65. Then mostly sunny, warm, and humid for our Friday. Slight chance for a few late-day showers and thunderstorms. We'll look for high temperatures to top out in the low to mid-80s.
Milwaukee's at 69.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Here are your hosts, Vince Petrano and Eric Bilstad.
Coming up on 6:12, they got his phone now and could vote to hold him in contempt of Congress.
Happening today on Wisconsin's Morning News.
This is about COVID, Dr. Anthony Fauci, and multiple Senate committees investigating the origins of COVID-19 and the U.S. response to the pandemic. Two things happening today on this front. The Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee is expected to vote today, and it looks like it's a morning thing. We've actually seen CNN has reporters
some
down at the
activity
Capitol
already.
Right, and there's activity, so expect a morning vote on whether to hold Dr. Fauci in contempt for his refusal to answer questions at a hearing last week. Now, I'm going to play you one clip with Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson here because he figures prominently into the rest of this story.
Asking for a volunteer transcribed interview. So I'd be asking, will you comply or will I have to subpoena you?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Expecting a subpoena. Thank you.
So if you were paying attention during that Senate committee hearing last week, there was a lot of back and forth, and Dr. Fauci pleaded the fifth. More on that in a moment. But now in possession of Dr. Fauci's diary, they wanted to ask him about any number of things, including apparent contradictions to what Dr. Fauci was saying publicly, especially during the early days of the pandemic, and what he was admitting to privately in his own writings. One example being, while forcefully denying the lab leak theory, Dr. Fauci's diary suggests he and certainly other scientists were at least open to the idea of that being the origin of COVID-19. That's the nature of things that they're trying to get at in questioning
That it came out of a lab,
yes,
rather than
the wet market
yeah.
or whatever. And so that's just one thing. but the nature of the general types of questions they want to ask Dr. Fauci about now, armed with this new information. So these senators, Rand Paul, another leader in this, want to question Fauci. And
he and
doesn't
Paul
want to
don't
answer.
like each other.
They already don't like each other for years, right? So they keep putting out publicly some of the things from the diary, and now perhaps records from his phone. This from Senator Ron Johnson on social media. He's chair of the Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations, which is sort of one of the, it is what it is, it's a subcommittee. Anyway, quote, we've obtained a copy of Dr. Fauci's phone from HHS. Hopefully, this device will address many of the questions he refused to answer at last week's hearing. So you would expect that may very well include transcripts of text messages. What will they show remains to be seen. If you're a Fauci supporter, to use President Trump's own words, you see this as a witch hunt, that senators can't get past it. They're trying to get him under oath, caught in a mistake so they can charge him with perjury. Remember, President Joe Biden gave Fauci a preemptive
he was pardoned
before he left office, but perhaps that wouldn't cover any new crimes if he were to perjure himself before Congress. So if you support Fauci, you see that as a trap they're trying to set for him because they can't get past it. If you're on the side of Senators Paul and Johnson, you find Fauci's unwillingness to answer these questions and take the fifth troubling, to say the least. So look for that today. The contempt vote looks like that's this morning, and then possibly information on what was on the phone coming out later today. 7:15 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
A new deck from Outdoor Living Unlimited is built to last. We are Wisconsin's #1 TimberTech deck installation team. For amazing ideas, go to Outdoor Living Unlimited's Instagram page. For a free estimate, go to OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here for QC Kinetics. So does this happen to you where you've been living with the joint pain for so long that you kind of know how to deal with it, right? Your knees start acting up. You shift the weight a little bit. You know, stand a little bit differently, right? You skip the workouts when those shoulders are really starting to stiff up. And kneeling, that's not even a thing. You don't even do that anymore. Well, there is another way to get away from the joint pain, and you don't need to go under surgery for it. Remember, there's no undo button from surgery, especially a replacement. That's where you got to call QC Kinetics. Take advantage of the regenerative treatments. Call 414-667-5559. Again, 414-667-5559. If you call QC Kinetics, you don't even have to sit necessarily. You definitely don't have to kneel when you get your face-to-face with them. You can walk through what's been happening to you, and they can set you on your way. Call QC Kinetics today, 414-667-5559.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk.
The MVP had been struggling mightily. Christian Yelich batting below 200 for a long stretch of time, even getting moved down in the order. What do you do? Well, the Brewers faithful started cheering him on during his first at-bat on Wednesday night.
Full of folks giving him a standing ovation. Pat Murphy talked last night after the game after Yelich heard some boos after his 0 for 4 night. Don't forget what this guy has done for us in the past. Here's the first pitch from Skeens, and it misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Maybe what he needs is some encouragement. So good on the fans.
Well, later on in the game,
3-1 pitch. Yelich, a line drive into right. That's a base hit. It's going to roll all the way to the warning track in right field. Mitchell is in. Contreras on his way to third. It's an RBI double for Christian Yelich. And boy, does that feel good for number 22. The Brewers lead it 1-0 here in the fourth.
Yelich would go 2-4 with an RBI and a run scored as the Brewers beat the Pirates 4-2. And, he heard the fans.
Yeah, no, it was cool to, receive the support from the fans tonight. Obviously hasn't been the greatest last couple months for me, but definitely appreciate that tonight.
Meanwhile, Special K, Big K, I don't know what to call Kyle Harrison, but I feel like he needs
I actually looked it up because I knew you were concerned about a nickname. Like Kyle Harrison's nickname. Doesn't really have one.
Maybe Fireball? We'll explain that at 7:45. Like he dealt, though, 5 innings, 1 hit, 10 strikeouts, including the final 8 batters he faced. He struck them all out. Now, there was some concern because he came out for the 6th and then left. It's not his arm. He was just cramping up really badly, and he was frustrated because he wanted to keep pitching because he was having a good night, but it was just cramping. So they look to take the series today. Our coverage starts at 12:30, 1:10 first pitch right here on WTMJ Radio.
Green Bay Packers practice today at training camp, but that one is not open to fans. So next time you have a chance to see him will be tomorrow's family night. One guy to watch, though, third-year running back Marshawn Lloyd. Having a good camp so far.
I just want to take it one day at a time with him.
Now, that is Packers offensive coordinator Adam Stenavich, whom normally I wouldn't allow such a cliche statement. It gets tired. We just go one day at a time. Okay. But it really, I support it. It checks out in this case. If the name's even unfamiliar to you, it's because Lloyd missed basically his first 2 full seasons due to a bunch of injuries.
Right.
Just couldn't get healthy. But if you can get him there and keep him there, could be a nice option backing up running back Josh Jacobs.
Every day he's out there, he's doing a great job, he's competing. So I'm very optimistic and hopeful that it works out and we're good. But I think this preseason is going to be a huge telling point of what we can do with him this year for sure.
Yeah, indication from Stenavich as well that Marshawn Lloyd is going to get a lot of snaps in preseason work. Packers also announced there are a few hundred tickets left for family night tomorrow.
You're talking about practice.
Visit the city where festivals take over the lakefront. Breweries pour late into the night, and every neighborhood brings its own flavor. Milwaukee doesn't just host festivals, it owns them. With more than 100 every year, including the world's largest music festival. The lakefront views, incredible food and breweries, live sports, and nightlife that doesn't quit make Milwaukee a city built for unforgettable weekends. Expert guides at visitmilwaukee.org will help you plan every detail of your next visit. Get started today at visitmilwaukee.org.
WTMJ's Eric Beal said here, hey, you know what? It's time. It's time for us to tailgate together. I want you to help join us, celebrate the Brewers on WTMJ Day. It's Saturday, August 29th. We've got a private tailgate at the game in the parking lots there, and we want you to join us there. So we got food, drinks, we'll hang out, we'll chat, we'll enjoy a dog, throw some bags, whatever you want. That's whatever you want to do at a tailgate. Right?
I'll throw bags.
Yeah, we can do that.
Take on you and me.
Have a little
We'll
tournament.
take on all comers, Eric and Vinny.
Let's go.
Wait, are you
You
good
can
at
join
bags
us
or no?
I'll be there. Yeah, of course.
No, are you good at bags?
Well,
I just want to know before I commit to you as my
It kind of
teammate.
depends sometimes. I'm not always perfect at it, but sometimes. Get more information and secure your tickets. Join us for our private tailgate. WTMJday.com is the website. WTMJday.com. All this is Saturday, August 29th. It's sponsored by Big Fish Contracting and Woodman's with catering courtesy of Leff's Lucky Town.
Hey, John Mercure here for Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin, quite simply the best in the business. You got a shoulder that's not feeling great. Maybe it's an ankle or a knee. Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin and their top-tier doctors can get you feeling how you deserve to feel. My wife, Michelle, had a back issue. Oh, how put her in a great place. She's on the mend. She's feeling better. She's doing all the things that she wants to do. Start at the website, ohow.com, ohow.com. Request an appointment. Start your journey to feeling better with the best. Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin.
Traffic is sponsored by TaybackAttorneys.com. Hurt at work? Call Tayback for the payback. An injury at work may leave you eligible for compensation benefits, including lost wages, coverage of medical bills, or a cash settlement. Call Tayback for the payback. TaybackAttorneys.com.
Time saver traffic at 7:21. Deb, what's happening?
Little bit heavy right through the stadium interchange to about Holly Road. The eastbound, that's on the westbound side of 94, incidentally. On the eastbound side, it is one more time. It's slowing down eastbound on 94 between the stadium and 35th Street. I need more coffee. Northbound on 41, a little bit heavy, right past Hampton. Southbound has been very clear this morning. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
WTMJ forecast brought to you by Big Fish Contracting. Visit bigfishcontracting.com. See how they're renovating homes and redeeming an industry. Tune into today's Brewers pregame show for the Big Fish roof update. Should be perfect. You got afternooner today, right?
Yeah, day game, day baseball.
And high of 76 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Low down to 65 tonight. Mostly sunny, warm, and humidity returning for Friday with a high of 83. Milwaukee's at 69.
Hey, keep that in mind, by the way. Obviously, we know how the roads have been with all the construction. And we have Brewers home today and through the weekend. We also have State Fair kicking in. So
day baseball and State Fair.
And not only State Fair, but oftentimes people who travel to Milwaukee. I think it's the Twins this weekend too. So you have people coming into town who are not used to the traffic anyway.
Right. A lot of folks from outstate as well.
Yes,
sure. I got you.
So just keep that in mind. It could be a little.
This guy doesn't know where he's going. He does not. On a good day,
even when all the lanes are open. So that could just be a thing to just have some patience, maybe. Hey, just an update on Madison. So all accounts looks like William Baldwin, that intersection there in Madison, which had been shut down by demonstrators for the last 2 weeks because of the deadly police shooting there, is open still this morning as demonstrators are looking to continue to protest and demand answers regarding that deadly shooting of Corey Ruiz. Allegedly had a knife when he was shot and killed by Madison police. As that investigation continues, so we are now hearing from city officials as to where this goes from here and how they've been trying to deal with the protests.
Our police officers, frankly, for hours stood there and took profanity, insults, yelling, really challenging moments.
That was the police chief of Madison speaking at a news conference. This report from News 3's Maggie Degnan.
I think we're experienced by them.
Protesters lit several fires and threw rocks at officers.
It felt as though they were trying to, frankly, pick a fight.
Police Chief John Patterson used the word fragile to describe the current relationship between police and the community.
I saw things that I haven't seen in years.
Often the presence of police officers is part of the escalation.
To de-escalate the situation, the mayor says the city has tried to deploy officers to the intersection as a last resort.
We have tried very hard to limit police response to what's necessary.
But she says she had no other choice.
As mayor of Madison, I will not condone or accept that the solution is to further divide our community by causing harm to your neighbors and local businesses, harassing bystanders, or setting fires in city streets.
And that's from News 3 again, that report, WISC TV. And that's the issue here, is that you have demonstrators who say, who cares about a little bit of property loss or a fire in the street when a man is dead? And you have the mayor saying, look, the investigation is still going on and we can't push that. We're the city, and you can't prevent people from going to work or from having a business operate and make money and make a living because of a demonstration. So they're trying to walk that fine line. And it's been, so far, since they've cleared the blockade, it's been okay. And again, it's open this morning.
Demands among those by protesters are they want more information on the investigation. The thing is, it takes time, and we got a little bit of an update on where that's at this morning, but it's not anything that they want to hear.
Right, that it's going through its process.
And it has layers.
Right, yeah, and there's multiple agencies. We heard from the police chief earlier explaining some of that, of what has to take place and how long some of that will be.
It's been a timing issue. It has to first go through DOJ and DCI, and then we can transition to both the IM's investigation and then, frankly, the one that I'm going to have to be responsible for internally.
And there are some questions, too, about, we'll see other charges or announcements of whether or not there's going to be charges in cases happen really quickly, right? That'll happen in a day or two, oftentimes, depending on the situation. In this case, it's taking weeks and weeks, and there's some frustration there when, hey, why can't we see everything now? And I think there's some understanding frustration there as to why that takes so long. But when you go about it this way, there's going to be an announcement someday whether or not there's going to be any charges. And I think the anticipation is that there would not be, given the fact that Ruiz had a knife and that an officer was injured in that scuffle. So if and when that announcement is made, then what are you going to expect as far as reaction to that? That hasn't yet happened, of course, and who knows?
And the layers and the steps, DOJ, Department of Criminal Investigation, has to give their report to both the Madison Police Department. That's what the chief was talking about. Yep. We're going to do our own internal investigation, and then based on their findings also, then the district attorney will ultimately be the one to decide whether or not anything criminal has occurred, and they pursue charges. Yep. And even at that, you could have the pursuit of charges, but a trial where a jury doesn't convict.
Right.
All of
if
these
we even
things
get
are
that
possible.
far. Right.
Yes, exactly. So still a lot out there. as protesters continue to demand more information. But as Eric said, that intersection, at least for the morning, is back open. News, a bunch of money this morning. WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Dow Jones Industrial Average, the only of the three major indices to be up on the day, almost 0.5% to 54,349. NASDAQ closed down 221 points to 26,363. And the S&P 500 at 7724 was down 13 points. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth. Annex Private Client. Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Welcome to The Knowledge Brokers, a weekly feature covering the dynamics of the insurance market and how it affects Wisconsin businesses and residents. It's sponsored by the original Knowledge Broker, R&R Insurance. And joining me today, Jeff Salazinski, Executive Vice President of Insurance Operations. Jeff, I want to talk about employee benefits today. R&R Insurance provides those benefits for all of us here at Good Karma Brands. Very happy with the program. So when it comes to benefits, what are some of the real challenges that employers are facing today?
Thanks, Vince. Great to be here. The buying environment has not been easy for employers, really driven by cost increases and rapid innovation in today's specialty drugs and medical treatments. The explosion of GLP-1 drugs and their usage is impacting planned financials. Specialized gene therapies are revolutionizing medicine, but also sending shockwaves through the health plan economics and risk management frameworks.
Jeff, managing these employee health plans, that takes time and expertise to do well. So how is R&R supporting its clients and keeping them informed on all these issues?
We have an elite team of analytics resources that blend their years of experience with technology and innovation when designing plans for our clients. We use strategy and our expert resources to help you control costs and maximize the value of your employee benefits plan. Plus, we provide local management and service and support all over the state.
What else can R&R Insurance provide that sets you apart?
We help employers brand their benefit package in a customized, easy-to-understand fashion, taking out the complex and confusing nature of shopping for health insurance. More importantly, we'll manage and provide as much support as you need for open enrollment and beyond. With our latest mobile technology, your employees will have easy, immediate access to benefits information for themselves and their families 24/7.
That's Jeff from R&R Insurance. Thanks for the great info, Jeff.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. Federal investigators still trying to figure out if Iran is behind the latest cyber attacks on water systems in several states. Michigan now in the middle of the political world after the Senate race there, which could determine control of the Senate and was set on primary day. Progress and progressive Democrat Abdul Al-Sayed is facing Republican Mike Rogers. Here's ABC's Stephen Portnoy.
There was a real effort by Al-Sayed today to extend an all-out branch and to consolidate the party behind him. Haley Stevens offered her statement of support. Al-Sayed himself specifically mentioned his commitment to what he called Jewish safety, saying it's the same commitment he has to the safety of his own daughters. That after making his own antipathy toward Israel and its war on Hamas a central focus of his campaign.
The Senate Homeland Security Committee is getting ready to vote on whether to hold Dr. Anthony Fauci in contempt. In a rare move, Israeli prosecutors are charging a Jewish settler in the West Bank in the killing of a Palestinian activist. This is ABC News.
Things are moving along okay on the southbound side of 41. Northbound's a different story, though. We're seeing delays from Capitol Drive up past Hampton. Westbound on 94, slowing from about 30th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Eastbound, backing up from Mitchell Boulevard to 35th. Starting to get a little bit heavier eastbound on 894, heading right past Loomis. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Storm team forecast, a high of 76 degrees today with some morning fog possible. Skies otherwise partly cloudy. Partly cloudy tonight and a low of 65. Milwaukee at 69. And from the WTMJ breaking news update, more than 20 arrests and 10 citations issued over the last couple of weeks as Madison police continue to manage protesters following that deadly police shooting. Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway.
It is not acceptable for streets to be closed on a permanent basis. We need to be able to keep traffic flowing and allow people to access their homes and businesses so that they do not become in a situation where they're losing income and have to lose their homes.
Officials say the intersection at Williamson and Baldwin Streets is open this morning. That's where 38-year-old Corey Ruiz was shot and killed by a police officer last month. Ruiz accused of having a knife and stabbing at the officer during the confrontation. The Department of Criminal Investigation is still working on a review of the incident.
It appears the cyclosporiasis outbreak is now growing to more states. Health officials here in Wisconsin say the parasitic outbreak is still a pretty low risk for the general public. Health policy advisor, Milwaukee County Dr. Ben Weston on WTMJ.
Those who have health risks, those who are immunocompromised, particularly if you're in the more affected states, it might be worth extra caution to avoid things like pre-cut or bagged lettuce and salad mixes, things that have seemed to be implicated in this outbreak.
As of this week, there have been more than 200 cases of cyclosporiasis reported here in Wisconsin.
Another downtown Milwaukee office building poised to be converted to housing.
The east tower of the 310 West Wisconsin complex, known for its blue paneling, would be switched from office space into 220 apartments under the proposal from the Department of City Development. In exchange for a city subsidy, 50 of the units inside would be set aside as workforce housing. The project is the latest to swap empty office space for living space, following the example of the ongoing 100 East and 633 West Wisconsin conversions. The 310 subsidy requires a review by the Milwaukee Common Council. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
The former UWM at Washington County campus is completing its transformation into a private K-12 school.
The county officially completed the sale to Ozaki Christian School, now known as Faith Ridge. Classes will start in the new building this fall. This comes after Washington County Charitable Foundation sued to block the sale, arguing that past donations required the building be used for public education. A judge denied their request for an injunction. Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:34.
Sponsored by Accunet Mortgage.
Get your rock solid pre-approval or a no-pressure refi checkup by clicking on the blue button at Accunet.com. That's ACCUNET.com.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation, and it definitely shouldn't feel like a game. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin believes in straightforward pricing, honest conversations, and helping homeowners find the right fit for their home. Because a fair final price matters more than some flashy discount. Pella never inflates pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. And when you buy direct through Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, one trusted team handles everything from start to finish. The same company that manufactures your windows and doors is also the one selling, installing, and servicing them with Pella certified installers every step of the way. That means confidence in the process, confidence in the product, and one team standing behind the work from beginning to end. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Man, I love the taste of Mequon.
Yep, there's even a Port Washington State Bank.
What?
PWSB has a Mequon branch.
Burger with ranch?
No, PWSB has a Mequon branch.
I knew that.
Port Washington State Bank. We get you here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Enjoy the Fox and Hounds restaurant's fabulous all-you-can-eat fish fry. It's one of the best. The magnificent Sunday brunch is also all you can eat. Kids and grandkids under 3 eat free. Call and reserve foxandhoundsrestaurant.com.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:36.
The Brewers' record, Kyle Harrison, almost broke Wednesday, and what got in the way? Sports at 7:45.
It is only August 6th, and summer is far from over. However, it's coming soon. PSL. Pumpkin Spice Lattes.
Pumpkin spice and everything nice. But is fall coming too soon, even for lovers of the autumnal drink?
I'm still soaking in summer, so I'm not quite ready.
Pumpkin spice is big business for the coffee giants and countless other businesses with pumpkin spice products. One estimate saying that the pumpkin spice market is worth $1.7 billion globally.
Okay, so if it's worth that much... Dunkin' Donuts announcing pumpkin is back starting August 19th. Starbucks not far behind that, announcing their fall menu will begin August 25th.
Does this become a thing, though, for the coffee giants of, well, we have to be first with the pumpkin?
Kind of like Christmas
like
music.
the Christmas music. Well, we have to be first. We're going to play it here. Well, we're going to do it there.
Obviously, it's working if it's more than a $1.5 billion industry.
And they even got you to report on it, which
yep.
typically you don't much care to do. But news is brought to you by City Forward Collective. For stronger schools and brighter futures, visit cityforwardcollective.org.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Vince Vitrano for USA Insulation, and I just got word from my man Jeff at USA that right now is actually a pretty good time to get on the schedule for a job that can save you all kinds of money on your heating and cooling bills, plus bring you instant relief from a house that's always too hot or too cold, right? Whether it's blow-in, bat insulation, or the injection foam that fills your walls from bottom to top, people always want to get this efficiency work done in the spring when they're getting ready for cooling season, and they start thinking about it in fall when we're close to turning the furnace back on. Well, that's why right now there is room to get your project done quickly with USA Insulation. And tell Jeff when you call that Vinny told you want those government rebates and discounts from $1,200 to up to $4,000, depending on what type of project you go with and how big your house is. And Jeff and his team do all the work for you. Discount the cost of your project up front. Get started at usainsulation.net.
Set sail with the cruise line perfect for explorers. Fox World Travel invites you to discover the world with Holland America Line. From the majestic glaciers of Alaska to the historic ports of Europe, experience premium mid-sized ships, world-class dining, and captivating live music. Whether you are planning for late this year or ahead into 2027, your perfect voyage is waiting. Call 866-GO-FOX-GO or visit foxworldtravel.com to book today.
You're in charge of ordering boxes. Small boxes, big boxes, really big boxes. You're in charge of tape, labels, mailers, bubble wrap, extra bubble wrap, just for fun. You're in charge of warehouse cleaning and safety supplies. Good thing there's Uline. Thousands of quality products for your business and warehouse needs, always in stock, ready to ship same day, and backed by Uline's legendary 24/7 customer service. Uline makes it easy because you already do enough. Uline, we warehouse for you.
Time saver traffic here with Debbie at 20 to 8.
Well, things are moving along a little bit slower now. Westbound 94 is backing up as you're making your way from 27th Street to Hawley Road. Eastbound is also backing up from about 70th Street to 35th. So it's filling in right there. We've got a few broken down vehicles along 94, north and southbound through southern Milwaukee County. I don't know if there's anything specific, but just 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 of them. They're out of traffic, luckily, so we're in good shape there, at least. Otherwise, you're just going to keep an eye out for any other delays that we've got going on, because I'm really not seeing that much. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
From TMJ4, I'm meteorologist Brendan Johnson with your Storm Team forecast. A bit of some patchy fog as we kick off our Thursday. Otherwise, a mix of cloud cover and some sunshine as high temperatures climb into the mid-70s. A mix of clouds and clear sky tonight, low of around 65. Then mostly sunny, warm and humid for our Friday. Slight chance for a few late-day showers and thunderstorms. We'll look for high temperatures to top out in the low to mid-80s.
Milwaukee's at 69. At 7:41 on Wisconsin's Morning News, Wisconsin State Fair opens in under 2.5 hours. Fair runs through August 6th this year.
Happening today on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Such a short 10 days. August 16th is the end date for the fair. Time now for the Fair Scoop. And on the line with us this morning, State Fair CEO Sherry Black.
Congratulations, first of all, on the start of the fair, Sherry.
Thank you. We're very excited to start.
Hey, before we get into it, can we just ask about what you anticipate or what you've been told from the DOT as it comes to the traffic? Obviously, the construction is a big deal there, right in that one stretch there on 94 East and West. Is it a day-by-day thing, or has the DOT told you exactly what they're planning on doing to help you guys out?
I'm not certain on the specifics, but I can tell you if you go to our website, wistatefair.com, we have maps that, there's links that will take you to the maps that will show you the routes daily, and we will keep that updated so that people can plan ahead and try and avoid that traffic as much as possible.
Well, Sherry, a lot of folks who head out to the fair are always looking for a deal. Today's deal on admission, the $5 day, with that benefiting the Hunger Task Force. They're asking folks to bring down some cans of stuff and also could make a donation to get you in for $5 until 4 o'clock. There's something pretty much every day, right? An activation or a way for people to come out at a discount?
There is. And again, all of that is listed on our State Fair website, but I can tell you we have some phenomenal sponsors with some great deals. We want to make sure that this event is affordable for everyone. So definitely take advantage of those. We also have Crazy Grazing Day on Tuesday of the fair where you can purchase smaller portions of food for less money, which will allow you to purchase multiple items and really get that fun fair flavor going.
So how are the grounds looking this morning?
Oh my gosh, they look phenomenal. Once again, our flower crew has absolutely outdone themselves. Sorry, it's early. And they look fabulous. I'm so excited to open the gates this morning and for everybody to come in and see how great it all looks.
I know one of your favorite things as a farm kid yourself is visiting all the young people, the 4-H kids who are going to be showing animals and who are there. And I love for you to remind people that those kids would love to hear your questions and would love to answer questions about their animals that they've raised.
They would, and I can tell you, anybody that had any type of upbringing on a farm or any experience in agriculture, they love to share that with everyone. So please make sure you are talking with the kids that are in the barns. They're happy to answer any questions. They know if they have an animal that likes to be pet or not, so they're happy to assist you with that. And just have fun. You can learn so much by having fun here at the fair.
Hairball, the headliner tonight, 80s rock on stage. I love it.
Yes, and we have the America 250 wheel, 230 feet, highest traveling mobile Ferris wheel in the United States, actually in North America. I keep joking, you can see Chicago from the top. Not really, but you can definitely see Milwaukee
close,
and the lake. And when it's a clear day, you can see for 14 miles.
She is the CEO of Wisconsin State Fair, and we're kicking off the fair in now 2 hours and 15 minutes. Thanks, Sherry. Best of luck as you open things up.
Thank you so much.
State
Bye-bye.
Fair runs through August 16th, gates at 10 a.m.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? At Milwaukee Weight Loss, we know the secret. Our doctor-developed, easy-to-follow weight loss program helps you lose weight fast, naturally and safely, and with no drugs or injections with risk of serious side effects, no prepackaged meals, bars, shakes, and no exercising required. Our program helps reset your metabolism so you can keep the weight off for good with a coach for ongoing support. Our program costs up to half as much and works up to twice as fast as most other programs. Go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation.
Back to school season always seems to get everyone back on a schedule. So here's my question. When are you going to make yourself part of that routine? I'm Steve Scaffidi, and that's exactly what I did with Milwaukee Weight Loss. Honestly, I wish I would have started sooner. I'm feeling better. I've got more energy because it really, really works. Right now, if you enroll by August 31st, you'll save $200 on the complete Milwaukee Weight Loss program. Don't keep putting it off. Visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. Schedule your free consultation today. Results may vary.
Here's what's going to happen. You're going to look at every space in your house differently. Vince Vitrano for my friends Katie and Dan at Inspired Closets Milwaukee. We worked together on a project to transform the front entryway of our home. Instead of an eyesore, the closet is now attractive. It's efficient and functional. Makes me happy every time I walk in and look at it. The opposite of how I used to feel. And when you do a project with Katie and Dan at Inspired Closets, you're going to feel the same way about transforming a pantry, basement area, garage, bedroom, or closet that you'll enjoy now more than ever. And then what's going to happen is you're going to start looking around and you're going to want to do every one of those projects because they look and function so well. Get started now. Tell them Vinny sent you. InspiredClosetsMilwaukee.com.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk.
Here's the payoff. Got him swinging. Ball game over. Trevor McGill closes the door on the Pirates in a 4-2 victory. give Kyle Harrison the win. And for McGill, save number 20. The Brewers can go for a series victory tomorrow afternoon.
That's right. The Brewers win again 4-2. And holy cow, what a night for Christian Yelich. He had a couple of hits and a run scored and an RBI win. Contreras went yard, and Kyle Harrison comes back from the IL, a sore elbow. What? No, he's fine. Special K or Big K, I don't know what we call this kid, but Kyle Harrison struck out the last 8 batters he faced before leaving the game. Now, there was some concern because he went out for the 6th inning and tried to give it a go, but then left, and he was clearly frustrated, and he got worried that something was wrong with him. Well, he was dealing with cramps. It wasn't his arm.
Great.
It was
Good.
cramps, full body cramps that he said he hadn't really felt before. He even tried to fix it here. He was explaining after the game to Adam McKelvey and the rest of the crew.
Down in a pickle shot, and down in a whatever hot cinnamon thing. So just trying to get the cramps out. You know, those last 2 hitters in the 5th inning just kind of locking up on me. Had to go in locking up.
Hear that? So he was downing the pickle shots there, doing everything.
What's the cinnamon thing?
So I think oftentimes they can take something like that to help with the cramping too.
Down in a pickle shot, and down in a whatever hot cinnamon things.
Why, did you think it was something else?
Well,
Fireball. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him with the slurve again, and he strikes out to side. Kyle Harrison with 7 strikeouts, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Rodriguez is gone. 9 Ks for Kyle Harrison. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Got him looking. Triolo is frozen. 10 strikeouts for Kyle Harrison, including the last 8 straight. What a night for the Brewers left-hander.
So there's nothing to suggest he took a fireball shot to help with the cramping. But he did take something that had a cinnamon.
a little something.
Maybe that's the nickname. I'm trying to figure out a nickname for this guy. Special K, Big K. Maybe it's just Fireball.
For sure if it was. For sure if it was.
The only thing better than a ball game on a warm summer evening? The tailgate. Calling all fans. Saturday, August 29th is WTMJ Day. Our tailgate outside American Family Field. Come meet the WTMJ team before the Brewers take on the Rangers. WTMJ Day is presented by Big Fish Contracting and Woodman's. Also catered by Left's Lucky Town. For more information, head to WTMJ.com or text tailgate to 855-616-1620 right now.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
Hey, it's WTMJ Steve Scafidi.
And Kristen Bry of Point Taken.
What's more important than having a special needs child turning 18 who needs guardianship?
Or helping aging parents plan for long-term care.
Thankfully, the attorneys at Walney Legal Group can help with both.
No intimidating lawyers, Walney Legal provides a customized, friendly experience to help make these processes as straightforward and streamlined as possible.
So whether you're planning for aging parents
or establishing a strong legal foundation for a special needs child, visit WALNYlegal.com.
Traffic is sponsored by Village Bowl. This summer, skip the boredom and strike up some fun at Village Bowl in Menominee Falls. Make summer fun easy with Village Bowl's Summer Pass.
Enjoy 2 hours of bowling every day for one low fee.
Great value, great fun.
Only at Village Bowl.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
7:52. Debbie, what do you see on the roads?
Starting to slow down a bit more westbound on 94 from about 30th Street to Hawley Road. A couple more taps on the brakes crossing over the county line and again past Calhoun. Eastbound backing up from 70th Street to 35th. Northbound 41, you're slowing down from Burleigh all the way to Hampton. Tapping on the brakes on the southbound side too from Appleton Avenue to Silver Spring. And then on westbound 894 backing up from 27th Street past Loomis to about 60th. On the eastbound side slowing from Forest Home to 60th as well. I'm Debbie Lozgo with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Little fog early, but otherwise partly cloudy today. A high of 76. Tonight, a low of 65. It warms back up tomorrow, warm and humid, a high of 83 with a chance for a storm later on in the day tomorrow. Your forecast sponsored by Big Fish Contracting. Visit bigfishcontracting.com and tune into today's Brewers pregame show for the Big Fish Roof Update.
Mark Tauscher on Wisconsin's Morning News is brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. We've got ESPN Wisconsin's Jason Wilde on the line with us this morning as the Packers look ahead to family night tomorrow. Wilde, wanted to ask you about something that came up in the talks with the coordinators, whom the Packers rolled out yesterday to speak with reporters. I loved this response from the new defensive coordinator, Jonathan Gannon, about, well, how are you going to use Micah Parsons?
A player like that, it's not, very complicated in my opinion to.
Now, he went on to talk a little bit more, explain that better, but I kind of like that mindset. Like, what do you have to scheme for with Micah Parsons? Put the guy on the field, tell him where to line up, and let him wreck the game.
Yeah, I think it's the inverse that's the issue, right? How you
Yes.
scheme while you don't have him. And last year, I think it's interesting the timing of them getting Parsons, and I remember talking with Jeff Halfley, Jonathan Gannon's predecessor, about this when the injury happened and they lost Micah Parsons for the rest of the year in mid-December. They had created a playbook throughout the offseason last year that had nothing to do with Micah Parsons because they didn't know he was going to be on their team. So they were able to essentially revert to what they had planned before they acquired him on August 28th. Now, this is the inverse of that, but look, they're going to need some guys to step up now. I mean, even if the most encouraging timeline that Micah has given us of him being back for the Week 6 game on October 18th against his former team, the Dallas Cowboys, if that ends up being reality, they do have some challenging games before that, including the Bears the week before that. So they're going to have to get some guys that are able to manufacture some pressure without him, and then once he gets back, obviously, he cures a lot of what might ail your team.
All the coordinators addressing the media on Wednesday. Anything stick out to you?
Well, Cam Acord, their new special teams coordinator, did a phenomenal job of explaining the intricacies of how the holder holds the football for the kicker. And we all were enraptured by it. He walked away from the podium, and he used his Sharpie pen to simulate the ball. That's all great. I mean, he was really good. I haven't seen that happen very often in my time covering the team. That said, it's also a great way to not talk about how the kicker is missing a lot of kicks, right?
Yeah.
And subsequently, he went on this tangent about how, it's really about how he's striking the ball. I've seen guys go 9 for 9 and have a bad day. I mean, I get it. I understand why you would say things like that. But the fact of the matter is, his job is to put the ball through the uprights, and that has not happened on a consistent basis to this point in camp.
I also appreciated the conversation about Marshawn Lloyd. Eric and I played some sound from Adam Stenovich, the offensive coordinator, this morning, saying, well, we're taking it day by day. This is a guy who missed almost the entirety of his first 2 seasons due to a myriad of injuries. I normally don't accept that cliche response, Wilde, but it kind of checks out as it pertains to Marshawn Lloyd.
Yeah, it's the only response you can give. I mean, they're excited. They're trying to temper that enthusiasm, but they are undeniably excited of what he could do if he is healthy. He is explosive. Like, you can just see him on the field. He is different than other players are. But again, on the field, 36 possible games, including playoffs, since they drafted him. He has played in games that count. 30 out of 36, he's played in 1, and he got hurt in that game. So you can't count on them at this point.
What's the saying that I like? The best ability is availability.
Yeah, you can't make the club sitting in the tub either. Is another one.
That's a better one. We'll take it. ESPN's Jason Wilde. Thanks, my friend.
Appreciate you, buddy.
All right, guys. Talk to you tomorrow. Take care. Be good.
Business headlines up next. They're sponsored by Abbey Home. Go to abbyhome.com today.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Florsheim's Suburban Milwaukee Shoe Company will receive a refund for $19.8 million in tariff payments. Waco Group Incorporated paid heavily for tariffs because all of its shoes are manufactured overseas, with China as the biggest source. The U.S. Supreme Court invalidated the Trump administration's tariffs in February. Electric motorcycle company Livewire Group, a subsidiary of Harley-Davidson, could be delisted from the New York Stock Exchange. Its shares have traded below $1 for over a 30-day trading period. And a new supermarket with a focus on Asian cuisine is preparing to open soon in Menomonee Falls. Asia Harvest Supermarket will take over a space that was previously home to Pet World Outlet Warehouse. I'm Addison Lathers from MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on 620 WTMJ.
Abby Window.
Are you looking to upgrade your bathroom with a new walk-in shower or a new tub? At Abbey Home, we take everything down to the studs, pull the plumbing permits, and you have a brand new bath or shower in as little as 1 day. And to top it off, we're having our 16-year anniversary sale. Right now, get a free shower door with your new bath or shower. And if somebody asks you if you know a guy in the business, you can say no, but I know a girl. Go to abbyhome.com today or give us a call, 414-436-ABBY, 414-436-2229.
Hey, John Mercure here for Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. Their mission is to transform the culture of care. They specialize in caring for those with early to late-stage Alzheimer's or other related dementia symptoms, and they offer early memory loss classes to help you. They specialize in this area. It's kindness at the core, locations throughout southeast Wisconsin. It's compassion, it's empathy. It's Wisconsin-based and family-owned, always welcoming people to come tour and welcome their new residents. I've seen their places. They're top-notch. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
The place you want to go, Lynch McWanago.
Nobody sells for less than Lynch.
There's no place like home. And nothing like Brewers baseball.
0-2 pitch is lined out to right. This is headed for the seats. It is gone! Jake Bowers with an absolute laser.
The Brewers take on the Pirates today at American Family Field.
Struck him out swinging at 103.
Our Brewers Radio Network game day coverage starts at 12:35. We are the home of the Brewers. 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
8 o'clock, I'm Vince Vitrano on Wisconsin's Morning News. Thursday, August 6th, our top story. The protests have eased a bit. Madison leaders still facing questions.
I'm Eric Bilstead. A key nomination in Washington suddenly in question.
I'm Debbie Lazaga, slowing down northbound 41 from just north of Burleigh all the way past Hampton. On the southbound side, just a little slow south of Appleton Avenue. Southbound 43, a little slow just past Good Hope Road. And then on the northbound side, backing up between North Avenue and about Locust. Westbound 94, you've got your usual backups from 30th Street to Hawley Road. More backups from Sunny Slope to about Calhoun. Eastbound's backed up from 68th Street to 35th. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Storm team forecast, a high of 76 degrees today under partly cloudy skies, and a little bit on the cooler side tonight with a low of 65. Right now at 69 in Milwaukee, and from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, tense moments in Madison. Police work to keep that intersection open following weeks of protests. Protesters reoccupied the intersection of Williamson and Baldwin Streets Tuesday night. They set 5 fires in the middle of the street. Madison Police Chief John Patterson.
Frankly, for hours, stood there and took profanity, insults, yelling,
really challenging moments, I think, were experienced by them.
This morning, it appears the intersection is mostly open. More than 20 arrests, 10 citations issued over the last couple of weeks. Protests come after 38-year-old Corey Ruiz was shot and killed by police last month. Authorities say he was armed with a knife. That was following a confrontation with officers.
State regulators are weighing another energy proposal for powering data centers, this time a pair of natural gas plants in Walworth and Kenosha counties.
The projects known as Foundry Ridge and Red Oak Ridge are going through what some may call a regulatory loophole. Chicago-based Invenergy wants to construct the gas plants, and We Energies would later acquire the power. Maria Chavez with Union of Concerned Scientists says this process would restrict the state's regulatory body.
Because Invenergy is not a public utility, there is a narrower legal scope from which the Public Service Commission must review its proposals.
Red Oak Ridge in the town of Paris would be the second largest natural gas plant in Wisconsin. Jessica Gatso, WTMJ News.
President Trump's pick for Attorney General facing new roadblocks toward his nomination as several Republican senators consider a no vote.
Maine Senator Susan Collins, who's in a tough re-election fight, announcing she's a no and will vote against Blanche, saying the Department of Justice has become increasingly political, adding Mr. Blanche has taken several actions that have further eroded the department's independence. Without Collins, Blanche can likely only afford to lose one more Republican vote, and at least two others are still on the fence.
ABC's Mary Bruce, a vote in the U.S. Senate expected in the coming days.
President Trump claims to be taking up a new potential deal between the U.S. and Iran that would open the Strait of Hormuz. But as News Nation's Corey Smith reports, some are saying it's a big win for Iran.
Critics of the president's strategy here say it would represent a major concession on the part of the United States and leave Iran with more leverage over the strait than it had before the war. Now, we should point out this would be a temporary deal. According to a source familiar with these talks, Iran would control the northern portion of the strait closest to its coastline, and Oman would control the southern side. That's the portion the U.S. military has said is open to commercial traffic. There has also been talk of some sort of fee being collected with revenue shared by both parties.
The White House has previously opposed any agreement that would give Iran greater control of the waterway.
Coming up, Green Puffs, concerts, carnival rides, opening day at the Wisconsin State Fair, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time, 8:05. News is brought to you by Pivot Work Injury Law. Worn down by work? Contact Pivot Work Injury Law today.
Access Legal is now Pivot Work Injury Law, a new name that better reflects our sole focus on helping Wisconsin's injured workers. We have the same mission, the same team, and the same dedication to helping those hurt at work. Our team has handled thousands of cases, recovered more than $50 million for Wisconsin's injured workers, and remains committed to fighting for the benefits you deserve. If work has taken a toll on your body or your quality of life, turn to the team you already know and trust. Visit pivotworkinjurylaw.com today.
Buying a new roof might not be the most exciting thing you'll do this year, but for us at Big Fish Contracting, being chosen to do that roof for you not only provides income for multiple families in southeastern Wisconsin, but has a global reach and impact around the world. To us, it's more than just a roof. We've been earning trust for over 2 decades, roofing, siding, windows, and more. Go to bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
Accunet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLSConsumerAccess.org number 255368.
At Wisconsin's own Accunet Mortgage, our closing costs are typically $1,000 to $3,000 less than the banks or the mortgage guys with the Rocket for exactly the same rate. Find out how much you can save at accunet.com.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 8:06.
At Salmonella outbreak linked to jalapeno peppers, leaving hundreds of people sick. Now a number of cases being reported here in Wisconsin. 9 of those illnesses confirmed in our state. Jalapenos from Coast Citrus Distributors were sourced from Mexico and most recently sold to restaurants including Chipotle and Qdoba. Both chains have stopped serving the affected peppers. CDC now reporting most illnesses started between mid-June and mid-July. FDA still trying to determine whether the recalled jalapenos also went to grocery stores.
Gas station mega chain Buc-ee's is suing a convenience store in Ohio. The company says the Beaver Mini Mart logo too closely resembles its own and is filing a trademark infringement lawsuit against that store. While the Ohio Governor Mike DeWine says this is ridiculous.
You expect to find in Beaver Creek things named Beaver, and I looked at the
cartoon figure, and I don't think anybody looks at that and thinks that's the Bucky Beaver of Bucky's. I don't think anybody thinks that. So I think it's absurd.
Well, look out, Beaver Dam, because Wisconsin's first Bucky's in Oak Creek is expected to open in 2028.
Well, I think they're new to Ohio. Bucky's relatively new, right? And if this is how they're going to move in and start, does Bucky Badger have to be worried? We got cartoon badgers. His name is Bucky. And I would kind of concur with the governor on that. You're not mistaken that,
right,
Bucky. And what does a cartoon badger or what does a cartoon beaver look like? Like a cartoon, there are going to be some similarities. They got big.
There's only so many ways.
So many ways you can characterize.
Good point.
The cartoon beaver. Anyway, the gates open in less than 2 hours for the 175th Wisconsin State Fair. Before you head out, get on any rides. All of those rides did have to pass a checklist.
State inspectors have spent the past 2 weeks checking all 38 rides before opening day. The inspections continue throughout the fair alongside daily checks by ride operators and third-party inspectors. Department of Safety and Professional Services Secretary Dan Harris.
Our inspectors are on site starting about 2 weeks ago. From sort of the foundation blocks going up on the rides all the way through full setup to make sure that every part of the ride is set up and inspected correctly.
Harris says inspectors examine everything from ride foundations and safety pins to engineering specifications before giving the green light. At the Wisconsin State Fair, Nizer Spencer, WTMJ News.
Yeah, gates open at 10 a.m. this morning, 8:08 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Here's why you join a country club. I was talking with one of my buddies the other day who loves to golf, and he said he went out on a Sunday, one of our great public courses, and I play many of them as well. Said his group walked off the course after 6 holes. Said it was so backed up, they saw no pathway to finishing their round in a timely manner. Just not a good day to be out there. Vince Vitrano for Racine Country Club, where I can walk 18 holes in less than 4 hours. I can get a tee time today. I could book one right now. If you love golf and you want to do a lot more of it, look into joining us at Racine Country Club. We've added dozens of new members and families this season. Still time to play a lot of golf. Wonderful place to grow your game. And maybe golf's not your thing, but the pool is still hopping all through summer. Plenty else to do. You can bring guests every day if you like at no additional charge. And of course, casual and upscale dining. Great place to hold a meeting or an event. Be the next new members at Racine Country Club. You get started at racinecountryclub.com.
Lake Geneva. It's where families have been making memories around the water for generations. Lakeside resorts and spas, award-winning restaurants, and charming shops are just the beginning of an unforgettable summer getaway. Lake cruises, boating, and beach lounging let you soak up the sun, water, and family time. Hike a lakeshore path, stargaze from an iconic observatory, or soar above it all in a hot air balloon. Go ziplining, visit an animal safari, or see dancing horses. Start making your memories today at visitlakegeneva.com.
Checking in with Debbie here at 11 minutes after 8 o'clock. How's the ride?
It's a little bit slow on northbound 41 from about Capitol Drive up past Hampton, but that's pretty much it on that roadway. The westbound side of 94, you are backing up a bit from 30th Street to Hawley Road, eastbound from about 68th Street to 35th. We've got delays on westbound 894 as well, just before 35th Street, all the way to about 60th. Other than that, everything else is looking pretty smooth. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
A nice one for the opening of Wisconsin State Fair now in less than 2 hours, high of 76 degrees today. If you're going to be out at the fair tonight, bring a sweatshirt. low down to 65. Friday, mostly sunny, warm, and humidity returning with a slight chance in the afternoon and evening hours of a storm and a high of 83. Milwaukee's at 71.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Here are your hosts, Eric Bilstad and Vince Vitrano.
20 arrests, 10 citations at least in the last few weeks as Madison police managed demonstrations and protests following a deadly police shooting in their city. Now, the intersection is open this morning. Officials say the intersection of Willie and Baldwin downtown remains open this morning. We've seen the reports. There are reporters and police there, too, to continue that open intersection, which had been blockaded for the last 2 weeks or so following this shooting. A little bit more from the Madison mayor now. Satya Rhodes Conway held a news conference on Wednesday because it was getting to a point where, okay, we need to make sure we can continue to operate the city while also allowing the demonstrations to continue.
It is not acceptable for streets to be closed on a permanent basis. We need to be able to keep traffic flowing and allow people to access their homes and businesses so that they do not become in a situation where they're losing income and have to lose their homes.
But we can expect protests to continue because there has yet to be any announcements as to whether or not any charges are be filed or anything like that as it pertains to the officers involved. Again, Corey Ruiz was shot and killed while trying to be apprehended by Madison police. He is said to have had a knife. We were told that at least one officer was injured. That's most of what we know in that regard. Joining us now in studio, WTMJ community reporter and friend of the program, Tori Lowe. Tori, good morning, first of all. Good to see you.
Thank y'all for having me.
So where do we go from here? Obviously, demonstrators want to demonstrate, and the city wants to wait and allow the process to convene and go through its due diligence. You got to make everybody happy somehow. What do you do with these protesters who clearly want to be heard?
Well, the thing with protests, there's a real genuine element of I want justice. We have a video of someone being shot, point blank range while down on the ground. Very disturbing video. But I'll say this, when it comes to protests, you got the real element of people who are sincerely looking forward to trying to figure out what's going on with this situation with Corey Ruiz. And then you have another element out there that just wants to cause trouble. So you can't cipher because they're both mixed in, they're both mixed in. So I think that right now, when you talk about transparency, when you talk about government telling the families, hey, look, we're going to look into it. I've been in many protests. I've been a part of a lot of these things. I've organized over the years a lot of these things. But I'll say this, I was a part of the real element of I really genuinely wanted to see a positive outcome, not only for the families, but for the community as well. And the longer this drags out, I'll tell you this, the worse it gets, because then people find a more extreme ways to get attention. And protests are about getting attention. Protests are also about making people feel uncomfortable as well. So they're doing a great job with this encampment right now, causing a kind of, an uncomfortable situation. But this is the art of protest. You got to make everybody feel uncomfortable. But the best way that I can say that Madison has to deal with this, make sure that the outside investigation is thorough and make sure that it doesn't take a long time, because as these things go on, they just continue to get worse.
Well, and so I'm interested in your perspective on this, as you mentioned, as someone who's been a part of and has organized protests. Oftentimes they get co-opted by people who have other interests than what you initially intended. And you see that time and time again, and to some degree here in Madison, where there are many folks saying, look, I appreciate that we're aligned ideologically, but your methodology here is hurting our cause. How do you, as those protesters who want to have your voice heard but aren't trying to run people out of business or prevent people from getting into their homes, how do you balance that line of what's uncomfortable?
Now, when I was dealing with a lot of the situations with police, with in custody deaths and things like that, I was called by the family to help. Like, I was an organizer of the family. And a lot of times when you have protests, it's open to the public. So when I started seeing people wearing masks or people coming and breaking windows, I said, you can't be here. You don't belong here. I'm going to, even though we're protesting, you can't commit a criminal act while we're trying to fight for justice. It's kind of contradiction, but I think that many times you have to, as a family, the family has to step up and say that this is not the type of behavior that we expect for our loved one as we fight for justice. This is the way we're going to do it. And if you can't abide by these rules, you cannot be out here. And that's a statement on the behalf of the family. And a lot of families have done that. A lot of families say, hey, we're not about the destructive ideal of protest. We're about a peaceful protest to try to find transparency. Some people say peaceful protests don't work. So you got these organizations that come in, cause chaos, fires may start, things may happen, but a lot of that is bust in. A lot of that comes from outside the community, and you got to know that.
That was going to be my follow-up, Tori, is that oftentimes you have people who aren't even remotely connected to the actual issue. These are professional troublemakers, and they don't help your cause either.
Right. And the thing is, once they see the media attention, it only gets
what
worse.
You doing there? We're on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Again.
It grows.
And then some people, if you really stare at a lot of the protests, you can see different causes. People are pushing multiple causes from one situation that's extremely heightened. And right now, this attorney, Benjamin Crump, is the attorney for the family. And my attorney, B. Ivy Lamar, is also assisting Benjamin Crump with the family. And that's why I say there's a real element of concern. But then there's this paid protest type of destructive element that may be pushing 5 or 6 causes. Maybe some of these people were protesting the Gaza Strip idea or Free Palestine, and then they get mixed in, and sometimes people will go to great extremes to prove points. But right now, I'm hoping that the people that are there for the true, real element of justice are trying to tell these people, hey, we're not about that.
But how do you identify which case, in this case, and all of them are tragic, obviously, when someone is shot and killed. In this case, there are people listening to this right now who are saying the dude had a knife. He injured a cop. At least that's what we're being told right now, that a cop was injured as this guy had a knife when they took him down. Does that change when a case includes the suspect who is armed versus a suspect who wasn't? Does that determine who's going to protest and which lawyers are going to get involved, that type of thing?
Well, two things can be true at the same time. And the thing is, people can have, it's not illegal to have a knife, you know. Now, if you're trying to stab somebody or you're trying to cause harm to somebody, that's a whole different script. But like I said, we got video. We saw the video. We saw the cop go from the ground. This has video. And to me, if you can honestly look at that video, he has 3 cops on top of him. He's down on the ground. Where does police responsibility kick in to put him in custody and put him in his place by taking him to jail if he did anything wrong? I didn't see a horrible situation where I see an officer was a swipe. I didn't see that with the video. I didn't see somebody trying to stick somebody in the side with, shank somebody with, a lot of people would say. I didn't see that. So what I'm saying is there is a clear kind of, did he stab the officer, because it's not there on the video.
What do you think about Madison being one of the only it is the only major city police department in the state, one of the only major metros that don't have body cameras?
That's horrible.
Right?
That's terrible. Like every police officer, I fought for body cams. I thought that would bring transparency. Like all we want is to make sure that we're functioning well together. It's terrible that the Madison Police Department,
why wouldn't it have it?
Because the thing is, you don't want this type of situation. This is what we're trying to avoid: confusion. When people and police don't work well together, it's just chaos. As a longtime advocate, I've never been for defunding the police or against those kind of ideas. Why? Because that was not my philosophy. Like I said, I just wanted transparency. So I thought that cameras would bring the transparency. I thought that we could fight it out with the government as far as like, let's get what's right out the way and then let's keep it moving. But now when you have a situation like this, no body cameras, confusion can creep in. People from the outside can come in and cause more chaos in the community. People can be disrupted. Because why? We're waiting to see what a non-trusted agency is going to do with a situation that has video that we're trying to figure out, was it just?
We'll see now where the investigation goes, but an announcement at some point will have to be made one way or the other. WTMJ community activist Tori Lowe. Thank you, sir.
Hey, thank you for having
me. Great to see you, Tori. 8:22. Let's get an update on the morning drive. Debbie, what are you seeing?
Yeah, so far, seeing some delays westbound 94 from about 27th Street all the way to Holly Road. It looks like the left lane's blocked with a broken down vehicle right in the stadium interchange. So add that to your list of things to deal with. And a little bit more delays just past Moreland Road to Calhoun. Got eastbound slowing down a bit from Holly Road to 35th Street. Northbound 41 backing up from Capitol Drive past Hampton. Other than that, we're looking pretty good. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
It's summer now, but you know what's coming down the pike? Yup, cold weather and high heating bills. Gene Miller here, and now is a great time to order new windows from my friends at Hometown Windows and Doors. With national brands like Anderson, Pella, Marvin, and Softlight, Hometown can offer replacement windows that fit every home, style, and budget. Whether you're looking for wood, Fibrex, fiberglass, or vinyl, Hometown has a product for you. August is Marvin month. Call or stop in to win a Yeti cooler. That's Hometown with an E for your every window and door need. Visit hometownwindows.com today.
Free tip from my HVAC guy, Vince Vitrano, for Urban Heating and Cooling. It's Ryan and Ellie, family-owned business out of Franklin, but they serve all of southeast Wisconsin. Check your filter. In fact, you really should do that now because we had all that wildfire smoke. It was working extra hard to filter all that stuff out. Some of those filters need to be changed every month. Others may last up to 3, but replacing it on time, easiest way to keep your air conditioner running well through the summer. The other thing you should do every year is get Ryan out to the house for a tune-up. You do some small fixes and regular service, that can add years to the lifetime of your air conditioner. Prevent more costly breakdowns and help your AC unit run more efficiently so you're saving money on your electric bills. The Vinny special is just $99.99 when you call Janelle over there and tell her that's what you want. It's urbanheatingandcooling.com.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here. It's been more than 3 years, and I'm telling you, my garage doors from J.D. Griffiths still look brand new. They pop. J.D. Griffiths has been installing garage doors and building detached garages for decades, and right now, J.D. Griffiths wants to do something for you. The first 10 people to go to the website and mention WTMJ can get $100 off a garage renovation, $100 off a new door, or $500 toward a new garage build. Go to jdgriffiths.com/WTMJ right now.
Many people feeling close to retirement ask themselves, do I have enough?
Am I missing something?
At Diversified Wealth Strategies, we provide clarity during our complimentary, no-pressure consultation. We're independent advisors using big firm tools with a boutique-style approach.
And no crickets. We stay in touch so you're never left wondering.
At Diversified Wealth Strategies, let us show you how to capture the upside, limit the downside, and feel good inside.
Visit dwstrategies.com.
Securities and investment services offered through Mosaic Wealth Inc. Member FINRA SIPC. Mosaic Wealth is separately owned, and other entities and/or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Mosaic Wealth.
Come on into Tyson's, more for you.
This summer, Tyson's is giving one lucky winner the ride of a lifetime. A 2026 Harley-Davidson Street Glide Liberty Edition, or $30,000 cash. You pick. Entering is free. Visit your local Tyson's and scan the sweepstakes QR code. One entry per day, and you can come back every day for another chance to win. Sweepstakes run July 4th through September 7th. We'll see you there. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 18 and older. Void where prohibited. See official rules at Tysons.com.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. I hope you will join me Saturdays at 1 o'clock for Experience Wisconsin. I love the show because I learn something new every week as I introduce you to people and places in our state that are super special. Oh boy, we've got a great show coming up for you this Saturday. It is iconic Ishnala Supper Club, central part of the state. Incredible, worth a little bit of a trip. And we head north to Sheboygan, where the surfers are already out. Experience Wisconsin, 1 o'clock Saturdays on WTMJ.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee. Milwaukee Mattress, where top quality mattresses are priced hundreds less than premium national mattress brands. Found exclusively at Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, and downtown Milwaukee.
Time to celebrate and honor an everyday hero. Everyday hero is when we here on Wisconsin's Morning News identify an average John or Jane Doe who had no idea when they got up one morning they'd be saving a life. So today we head to London. It's a busy day at the haircut place at the old barber shop there in London. This happened not too long ago. It wasn't It was just a few days ago at Two Chairs Grooming Room. Busy cutting
two chairs then.
Mm-hmm.
Got a chair over here and a chair over here then, mate.
Busy
Pick whichever chair you want.
cutting the hair when all of a sudden...
Terrible.
No, it's all right. It's working. All of a sudden, door gets kicked in. Guy runs in, all bloodied up. His shirt's bloodied up, and he's screaming that he's been stabbed. Here's what the barber told The Sun. I was cutting someone's hair when a man rushed in asking for help. He was bloodied and holding his back. Guy had been stabbed in the back. Came running into the shop. So what do you do? Think about that for a second. What do you do if this happens and you're in that, whether you're getting your hair cut or you're working at that barbershop? What are you going to do in this moment? Guy comes in screaming, I was just stabbed. Barber says, I immediately ran, gave him some tissue, tried to calm him down. The guy tells me that a woman had jumped at him without saying anything, just started attacking him with scissors nearby. Woman this guy didn't know, stabbed him in the back, started attacking him. We were treating him, and he shouted that the same woman was coming back down the street.
Uh-oh.
So now there's talk that this lady had attacked a couple of other people, too. Clearly, she was going through some things, struggling with some mental disabilities there, having a breakdown at that point. So what do you do? Well, this 36-year-old said he went out there and confronted the woman. We all came rushing out of our shops to help. I ran towards her down the street, and she stopped and looked at me holding the scissors. She had a weird look in her eyes. It was like she was possessed. She clearly was going through something right there. But I still ran towards her and held her back. Yes, this guy tackled her and grabbed her and held her, holding the woman back to keep her from attacking other people. The Sun goes on to say, after 15 minutes, the officers stopped her rampage. They showed up, knocked the scissors out of her hands, were able to tase her and take care of this thing.
15 minutes?
How about this barber? Imagine that. Just the intensity, the adrenaline, everything that's going on, to be able to do that, to hold this lady down, to not be hurt himself, and be able to not only save others, but save this woman from doing any damage to herself, who clearly was going through some things. She is now in custody. This man back at the shop, cutting the hair. Thank you to this barber. You, sir, are an everyday hero.
Just doing some roofing on another lovely Wisconsin day. No gimmicks, no shortcuts, it's just roofing done the old-fashioned way. Do you need shingles? Well, let's mingle, for a Wisconsin tradition never dwindles. So raise a glass, shake a hand for this old-fashioned brand. Whoop, that's old-fashioned roofing.
John Mercure here for Connect Chiropractic. Life today can keep us stuck in stress mode. Headaches, poor sleep, constant tension, feeling worn down. At Connect Chiropractic, the focus isn't just masking symptoms, it's finding the root cause, helping your nervous system function the way it was designed so your body can heal, adapt, and perform at its best. If you deal with headaches, sleep struggles, or neck and back pain from long days at a desk, take a closer look. Start with a first visit at Connect Chiropractic. It includes advanced scans, digital x-rays, helping uncover what's really going on. Connect Chiropractic.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we know inspiration's in full swing this time of year. So bring us your wild ideas, and we'll bring the value on the quality supplies you need to make it happen at unbeatably low prices. Right now, during our summer jean sale, Wrangler jeans are buy two, get one free. Men's full blue brand denim jeans, just $10.99. Plus, save $4 on 5 quarts of Royal Purple Motor Oil and get free nitrile gloves by mail. Find value on everything to do your thing. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Turnover. It's costly, it's frustrating, it's a silent profit killer. Vince Vitrano here for Go Trago Assessment Solutions. Go Trago helps you hire the right people the first time, reducing turnover, cutting hiring costs, and improving sales. Trago TPS predictive assessments identify top performers before they're on your payroll. Auto dealers nationwide are using Trago to operate with turnover rates more than 200% lower than the industry average. Visit GoTrago.com.
Progressive Insurance. Progressive can protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, RV, and more. In short, a lot of things. Bundle today at Progressive.com.
Traffic is sponsored by Village Bowl. This summer, skip the boredom and strike up some fun at Village Bowl in Menominee Falls. Looking for the perfect place for your next celebration?
Village Bowl is the perfect place for parties, weddings, and meetings.
With elegant banquet halls, delicious buffets.
Come celebrate at Village Bowl.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston.
On this vote, the yeas are 8, the nays are 5, and the motion is agreed to.
The call as the Senate Homeland Security Committee this morning votes along party lines to hold Dr. Anthony Fauci in contempt of Congress. At a hearing last week, he invoked his Fifth Amendment right over 100 times, refusing to answer any questions about the pandemic. Investigators still looking for the hackers behind the attacks on water systems in several states. Iran among the suspects. ABC News Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katursky on an intelligence note reviewed by ABC News.
The note says public safety officials in Utah identified targeted reconnaissance against water infrastructure in their state using an internet signature linked to Iran. The note said there were nearly 500 attempted intrusions in a 46-minute window November 24th. That's 3 months before the U.S. and Israel launched their first strikes.
The number of Americans filing for unemployment help rising to 199,000 people last week. This is ABC News.
We've got delays along westbound 94, leaving 27th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Part of the problem, a broken down vehicle right in the middle of the stadium interchange. Left lane is blocked, so careful with that. On the eastbound side, slowing down just before Hawley Road, all the way to about 35th Street. Southbound on 41, all clear. Northbound, little tight from Capitol Drive past Hampton. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
So morning fog, then skies partly cloudy with a high of 76 degrees, low down to 65 tonight. The skies partly cloudy at 68 in Milwaukee. And from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, frustrations continue over what protesters are calling a lack of information about the investigation into the death of Corey Ruiz in Madison. He was the man killed in a police shooting, accused of pulling a knife during a confrontation last month. Madison Police Chief John Patterson.
It's been a timing issue. It has to first go through DOJ and DCI. And then we can transition to both the IM's investigation and then, frankly, the one that I'm going to have to be responsible for internally.
Madison's independent police monitor filed a subpoena for police records connected to the shooting, which have not yet been released.
Wisconsin State Fair opens in about an hour and a half. We're getting closer to that moment. Meanwhile, the record-breaking attraction certainly catch the attention of anyone at the fair.
The new America 250 wheel stands 230 feet tall, making it the largest portable observation wheel in North America. Fair officials say it also features enclosed gondolas with onboard communication systems for added safety. State Fair CEO Sherry Black tells WTMJ,
I am terrified of heights, but I can tell you I felt very safe here in an enclosed gondola that does have audio in it, so should there be an evacuation or any type of situation, that communication is going on.
The America 250 wheel is about 75 feet taller than the Wonder Fair wheel it replaces. At the Wisconsin State Fair, Nazir Spencer, WTMJ News.
Time for news about your money. WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. We're 5 minutes off the opening bell. The Dow Jones Industrial is up nearly 60 points to 54,391. S&P 500 is largely flat at 77.24, and the NASDAQ trading down at the moment, 62 points, 26,301. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 8:35.
As the kiddos get ready to get back to school, you can find really great back-to-school savings at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores. School supplies and some surprisingly cool clothing, too. And teachers, you get an additional discount. Get the best back-to-school bargains at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
With an ever-changing inventory, you never know what great bargains you're going to be able to find at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores. It makes shopping fun because the best finds are the ones you had no idea you'd even come across. And when they're at thrift store prices, it feels good. And it feels even better to know you're helping us help others. Shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
West Nile virus is back in the news. Vince Vitrano for my pest control team. Bugman, Queen Bee, based right here in West Dallas. West Nile, that can infect people. Mosquito-borne illness now detected once again in Wisconsin this summer. If you plan to spend a lot of time outdoors on the deck or the patio, still time to do a treatment that'll knock out those skeeters. Oh, and ticks too. Ticks can carry Lyme disease, a danger to your family, to your pets. Indoor and outdoor treatments for creepy crawlies, stinging insects. Bees get nasty this time of year. Get on the schedule now. Tell them Vinny sent you. Bugman, queenbee.com.
Do you have an upcoming wedding, a bridal or baby shower, maybe a family reunion? WTMJ's John Mercure here. I highly recommend having your party at the historic Fox and Hound Supper Club. Half your dinners are free. When you buy one dinner, your second dinner is free every single night, even for special events. Choice steaks, seafood, pasta. How about the surf and turf? Any entree, buy one, get one free. Desserts, my favorite part, is buy one, get one free. Celebrate a birthday, an anniversary, a retirement, or just a quiet free dinner with your sweetie. Have your company employee appreciation dinner at the Fox and Hounds. Half your dinners are free, and it's a gorgeous setting right in the heart of the Kettle Moraine near Holy Hill. Spectacular views. Gift cards are also the perfect year-round gifts, as your second dinner is always free. Order online and your gift cards will arrive shortly. I've done this many times. Reserve your wedding shower, rehearsal, or family dinner today. Half your dinners are free every night at the Fox and Hounds. Google, call, and reserve.
Brewers 360 with Matt Arnold in about 5 or 6 minutes from now. But first, Vince, breaking news from Washington.
Mr. Chairman, on the vote of those present, the yeas are 8, the nays are 5. On the vote by proxy, and for the record only, the yeas are 0, the nays are 2. On this vote, the yeas are 8, the nays are 5.
Republican senators on the Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee, led by Chairman Rand Paul, have voted to hold Anthony Fauci, the former head of the National Institution of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, in contempt of Congress for pleading the Fifth during a tense hearing last month. So you remember that when he was pleading the Fifth multiple times when they had him appear before before this committee. Today, they held him in contempt. So what happens from here?
The normal process is it would then send that resolution to the Senate for a full Senate vote, but that would require a 60-vote threshold to clear. And Chairman Paul knows that is very unlikely to get out of the Senate. It would require Democratic votes. And so what he's mused about possibly doing is just forwarding this contempt resolution right on to the Department of Justice, circumventing that Senate vote.
It's ABC's Jay O'Brien, and then whatever the DOJ would want to do, it would do.
Well, if you were paying attention, a little background on that, too. The Senate committee, now in possession of Dr. Fauci's diary, wanted to ask him about any number of things, including apparent contradictions to what Dr. Fauci was saying publicly, especially during those early days of the pandemic, and what he was admitting to privately as he wrote in his diary. One example, and this isn't the only thing, but one example would be, while forcefully denying the lab leak theory in those early days, Dr. Fauci's diary suggests that he and certainly other scientists whom he mentioned were at least open to the idea of that being the origin of COVID-19. So folks are saying, hey, you were so forcefully saying, don't look over here, don't look over here, don't look over here, but we're looking at your diary here. It says, well, this scientist thought that and that scientist thought that. Not for sure, but at least you could be open to that idea. What's with that? And that's just one example of the things that they wanted to ask him about. He didn't want to talk about.
We should point out, this isn't like, dear diary, today, blah, blah, blah. But the point of a diary is...
Yeah, why do these guys write stuff down? Because everybody's writing a book.
Yep.
Everybody's writing a memoir or whatever, and they want to, and many politicians do this as well, they want to keep records of, okay, on this day we talked about that, on that day we talked about this. So that's why this diary existed. Clearly, Dr. Fauci didn't ever mean for it, without his own filter, to become just public, but it was entered into evidence as these congressional committees have been investigating things. This also something to watch today. Senator Ron Johnson was on this committee, or is on this committee. He was part of the hearing this morning. He is also the chair of a subcommittee on this investigation. And this from Senator Johnson on social media. The subcommittee is the Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations. He chairs that committee. He said they've got a copy of Dr. Fauci's phone. Senator Johnson wrote, hopefully this device will address many of the questions he refused to answer at last week's hearing. A copy of the phone means to just, I guess, any data connected to it. You would expect perhaps text messages, transcripts of those messages would be available, and they want to see what's on there, again, to investigate whether Dr. Fauci was saying privately different things than what he was saying publicly. I'll add this. If you're a supporter of Dr. Fauci, to use President Trump's own words, you see this as a witch hunt. Senators are trying to get him caught under oath, making a mistake, so they can charge him with perjury. Instead, they're going this other route to charge him with contempt of Congress or to hold him in contempt of Congress. But so if you support Fauci, you see this as a trap that's been set for him. If you're on the side of Senators Paul, Senator Johnson, you find Dr. Fauci's unwillingness to answer questions and plead the fifth to be troubling in the least. But I would expect some more information about what's on this phone or what they want to share at some point today as well. 842, Brewers 360, up next on Wisconsin's Morning News. Time saver traffic here, Debbie.
All right. Well, things are definitely slowing down on westbound 94. We've got that broken down vehicle right in the stadium interchange blocking that left lane. So backups coming in from 27th Street, pretty hefty all the way through. You're going to see things start to let up a bit at about Hawley Road. There's a crash on westbound 94 just before you get to Elm Grove Road. Actually, no, it's just before you get to Sunny Slope Road. It's on the left shoulder, so just be careful driving past that. It's a little bit backed up there. On the eastbound side, we got delays from Mitchell Boulevard to about 35th Street, northbound 41, tightening up from Capitol up past Hampton. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Notifications, texts, emails, information coming at you all day, every day. With so much noise, knowing what deserves your attention can feel overwhelming. So it's no surprise that many Americans feel less confident about their retirement finances and stressed about their investments. Turn down the noise. Turn up the planning. Put Annex Wealth Management on your side for trusted investment and retirement guidance, including tax and estate planning. Visit annexwealth.com and click the Get Started button.
Vince Vitrano here, talking for my friends Peg and Todd at Hair, Septic, and Sewer. Now, this isn't a real sexy topic, right? You want to talk about your septic system, but it's real important to how your house functions if you have septic or mound systems. Problems can be stressful. They can get expensive in a hurry. Finding the right company to help you with that is not a problem. From soil testing and system design to installation, maintenance, and repairs, it's Hair, Septic, and Sewer. They handle it all. They've got an experienced team that's been doing it for decades. So let them take the worry off your shoulders for every need, whether you're talking about regular maintenance, which you should be doing, or an emergency situation. Let's get Hair, Septic, and Sewer out to your place. Tell them Vinny sent you. Get that mound system or septic sewer working the way it should.
It's Mike with Infinity Exteriors. I've seen it all, Wisconsin. Sketchy sales gimmicks for low-quality windows, siding that costs more than a new home, fly-by-night roofers. 60,000 happy customers made a better choice. Infinity Exteriors roofing, siding, and windows all come with our lifetime workmanship warranty, no overcharges, and transparent pricing. At Infinity Exteriors, we're on a mission to save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
A buck doesn't buy much unless you're spending it at Griffin. For just $1 over cost, you can buy brand new tires from us. This is Jim Griffin. Any major brand, $1 over our cost with free tire repair and lifetime rotation. We'll even show you the invoice to prove it. Our only requirements, we put them on for you. Buy one or the whole set. The dollar deal from Griffin. Milwaukee and Waukesha. Griffin. The buck stops here, but the deals on tires don't. That's Griffin.
Not combinable with other tire offers.
Brewers 360 is sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited and Cannon and Dunphy.
Here's the payoff. Got him swinging. Ball game over. Trevor McGill closes the door on the Pirates in a 4-2 victory. Give Kyle Harrison the win. And for McGill, save number 20.
And Brewers and Pirates will go again this afternoon to close out the series, joined now by Brewers President of Baseball Operations, Matt Arnold. Morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Okay, Matt, promise this is probably the last question unless I need a follow-up if you don't answer my question right. The last question I'll ask about things about the trade deadline, because we haven't had a chance to speak since all the trades went down. So let me ask you this on behalf of fans who want to know if we put our best foot forward. Did you, in trying to, if you even want to confirm that you went after Skubal from Detroit, did you have everything you needed from the organization to put the best package that you could on the table?
Look, I think honestly, I just can never get into specifics on conversations. I don't think that's fair to anybody involved, but I will say, like, we were involved in a ton of stuff, and when we want something, we try to really go hard after it. And ultimately, I've said this before. It takes two to tango on these things, and look, on one hand, we went after a ton of different things, for over the last month or so to try to help the team, and ultimately, I will say, like, I'm excited about what we ended up with. I mean, Dustin May is pitching today. I hope everybody has a chance to come out and see him because he's got a really, really good arm, and I'm really excited to have him. And same with Jojo Romero and Antonio Sanzatella, who's pitched really well in his first 2 games with us already. So, I can say that we had every resource from our ownership to go after it, and we put our best foot forward on really everything to help the team.
So Dustin May has looked unhittable. We've seen that up close here in Milwaukee.
Indeed.
And we've also seen him get beat up a little bit. What do you do with someone like him? Do you let him just go out there today and, okay, Dustin, go ahead and we'll work after this? Or do you immediately get him in the lab and give him things to think about and try?
No, he's a really smart guy. I mean, that's one of the things, and he's super competitive too. And so he came in with some thoughts, and obviously we have some ideas about what we think we can help him with, and Chris Hook and Jim Henderson and Juan Sandoval do such a good job with our pitchers. So it's really kind of meeting halfway. He comes in with some stuff that he's worked with in the past that helped him out, and we have some things that hopefully can help him out along the way as well.
Brewers GM Matt Arnold is with us this morning, and we already saw one of the other new guys, Antonio Sanzatella, twice.
Yeah, he's looked good, man. That power sinker, really good cutter. I mean, just good poise. I think he punched that guy out yesterday in a couple pitches, and really efficient. And a former starter. We faced him in the playoffs a couple years ago. So he's just a battle tested veteran that's been around a long time, and we're thrilled to have him.
Does that give you an opportunity to like have bullpen games or something like that if you'd need that, where he could give you like maybe a couple of innings instead of just one as you start to space out and save innings for all your horses?
Absolutely, yeah. I think just because of his experience there, he can do that, and you have multiple inning weapons with guys like Ashby and Patrick, and then obviously the starters that have been doing a great job as well. So and the other thing too is somebody like Dustin May being a starter at the front of the game can hopefully soak up innings so it doesn't take too much of a toll on the rest of your bullpen.
So, Matt, Eric and I have been talking about Kyle Harrison and his return. Looked fantastic. Struck out 8 in a row at one point. We had an opportunity to keep that streak going. Came out, it looked like he was going to try to pitch the 6th. Now, it was later determined that he had some cramping, so no issues with his arm. Electric outing. But just first of all, what did you see from Harrison?
Yeah, that was awesome. I mean, he was a ton of fun to watch yesterday. I mean, it's so good to have him back on the mound, and he was doing well, and he was cramping up. I think the inning before, I got a message that he was cramping a little bit, but then it kind of calmed down a little bit. But once he went back out to throw, it sounded like it started to flare up a little bit on him. But man, what a great kid and a great arm. I mean, he was outstanding yesterday. That was just a ton of fun to watch.
He even said that he tried to get back out there. What did he say? Pickle juice or something like that?
Yeah, he was talking to the reporters after the game. What did he say? It was pickle juice and
down in a pickle shop, down in a whatever hot cinnamon things.
Some hot cinnamon things. So
can you play it for him?
What is hot cinnamon things?
I have no idea. I could have used that probably in college to get through some tough morning hangover or something.
Well, we wonder about that.
A suggestion, Matt. I don't know. If
maybe we were using it in college.
Fireball.
Maybe.
Maybe it was Fireball.
He could do that if he wanted, right? There's no rule against that. I've seen guys smoke in the dugout. Not lately, but could he hit a Fireball shot or no?
Sure, why not? You used to do it all the time, so why not?
Well, whatever it was, man, it was awesome. All right, so we go today, and as you mentioned, we get a first look at Dustin May in a Brewers uniform, and it would be nice to steal one more from the Pirates here with afternoon baseball.
Absolutely, yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun. I really do hope people come out and see us today. It's going to be a nice day, and Dustin May, Big Red out there pitching. I mean, he's got a really good arm, and he almost no-hit us about a month ago, and just a really good guy. And again, he's just immediately impacted our clubhouse. It's just a ton of guys really have a lot of respect for this guy, and he's just been through a lot. So, excited to see what he can do today.
Great to catch up, Matt, and really appreciate where we are now for the stretch run. Good to talk to you.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Afternoon baseball today here on WTMJ. Brewers and Pirates, one more in the series.
Fire it all.
I don't know. He's going to go back and be like, so do I have to talk to those guys every week? You know what I mean, Deb?
There's nothing to speculate. He didn't drink a Fireball.
I think he thinks you guys are entertaining.
Urban Arnold on WTMJ say they were drinking today. No one said that. Go ahead.
All right. Westbound 94, still seeing that left lane blocked in the stadium interchange with that broken down car. So delays from 27th Street to that point. Couple taps on the brakes as you're making your way from Mitchell Boulevard to Hawley Road, and again from just before the county line all the way to just past Sunny Slope Road. There is a crash just underneath Sunny Slope Road there, so just be extra careful. It's off on the left shoulder at least. So once you get past that, it's good to go all the way to Highway 16. On the eastbound side, got a little bit of a backup from Mitchell Boulevard to 35th Street. Northbound 41 tightening up from Capitol Drive past Hampton. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Fire it all.
Josh Minan, attorney at Cannon and Tumphy.
Being a counselor at law means being a trusted advisor in our clients' time of need. When I meet people that have been hurt in an accident, there's usually a lot going on in their lives. Our role at Cannon and Dunphy is to take a lot of that off their plate and handle it for them. Not only do we offer legal expertise, but also heartfelt support to help those who've been wrongfully injured. That's what we do.
Summer is the time to enjoy the outside. Enjoy the deck, the patio, the fire pit, the shade, the screen room, the in-ground pool. Enjoy all of it in your own backyard. Outdoor Living Unlimited is Wisconsin's top TimberTech decking installer and can deliver a design and build your next maintenance-free deck with a custom screen room and automated pergola. Stop by our Outdoor Living Unlimited showroom at 665 Larry Court in Waukesha or visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Hey, is your son, daughter, or grandchild's birthday soon? WTMJ's John Mercure here. I've got a great idea. Hosting a birthday party is a lot of work. No need for you to cook and organize, then clean your home. How about having your party at the amazing Mineshaft restaurant in Hartford, the area's most affordable birthday party destination? Your party room is free, with a world-class game room with over 70 games, including the easiest ones for your little ones. The pizza party packages are super affordable and include free game room credits. Whether your birthday party is for 10 or 50, the Mind Chef will host your party or your business event. It'll be the best and easiest birthday party ever. Your kids and grandkids will love you more than ever. They even have your cake. I highly recommend the Mind Chef restaurant for your next birthday party or a really fun, interactive business gathering. Reservations are required 2 days in advance. Google the Mineshaft Restaurant in Hartford. Click on Party Planning for all the details. Birthdays are easy at the amazing Mineshaft.
The saying goes, no good deed goes unpunished. Well, how about a good deed and then getting rewarded for it? Join the WTMJ Street Team with me, Julia Fellow, outside of the Bank 59 studios at the Wisconsin State Fair. Thursday, August 13th, from 12 to 2.
Hey, good deed.
Tell us about a good deed you've done or received, and you get a piece of swag.
Hello, good deed done.
It's that easy.
Just so many good deeds.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Now an hour and 5 minutes before the gates open on Wisconsin State Fair. 175th run of the fair. Gates open at 10 o'clock this morning.
Hey, quick reminder, just a friendly reminder that we have a lot of construction on the interstate, and we have the Brewers playing home games, and we have the Twins coming to town. So you have the fair, you have Twins.
The people from outstate coming to the fair anyway, right? You got the Twins, people from out of state maybe coming in to see them.
So just be mindful of that the roads might be a little hairy at times.
Can you think we're getting cream puffs again today? Somebody brought a whole bunch of them in yesterday because we had cream puff of Palooza as we were getting things started and hyping it up. A number of our WTMJ listeners got an opportunity to get in on that and secure a 6-pack. Think we get some more today?
We live we work in a business where that does seem to come our way occasionally, get lucky like that, so it wouldn't shock me.
Can I raise an issue that we discussed yesterday? So we had, and this may happen at your work, somebody stopped out, I brought them in, and they're in the office. So in the public domain, there are a number of cream puffs. So I grab one, Pancake grabs one, Eric grabs one. We discussed whether or not we need to rebrand Pancake as cream puff for the week.
Well, yeah.
For the run of the fair.
For the run of the fair, it's been decided that he's going by cream puff.
Okay.
Hey, cream.
That was the right answer. That last answer was correct. Back there, cream puff. So, but Eric grabs, we all put them on plates. We brought them over to the table as we're talking about today's show, and Eric grabs a fork.
And a plate, yeah.
And I threw a flag on that.
Yeah, it was strange that I would use a fork to eat food.
Why? Now, it's just traditionally that's not how the cream puff is delivered to your face.
According to who?
To 175 years of the fair.
Well, I can't say you're wrong because I got blown up for it.
I put it on poor Eric. I didn't mean to blow you up on
okay,
social. I
it's
just
fine.
put it out
It's
there.
fine.
Boy, people were not kind.
Yeah. Like
you got something wrong with
my
you.
manhood was being challenged because I
Really a terrible
used a
person.
fork to eat the cream
Because
puff.
you dared to eat cleanly a cream puff from Wisconsin State Fair.
It was here at work, by the way. It wasn't like I was there, riding the rides and then eating a cream puff.
They have it at the top of the slide. Ooh, na.
Where's my
Yeah,
fork?
so
My
lovely.
pinky was up in the air.
However you want to enjoy them, they're available in about an hour.
Yes.
8:58 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Florsheim's Suburban Milwaukee Shoe Company will receive a refund for $19.8 million in tariff payments. Waco Group Incorporated paid heavily for tariffs because all of its shoes are manufactured overseas, with China as the biggest source. The U.S. Supreme Court invalidated the Trump administration's tariffs in February. Electric motorcycle company Livewire Group, a subsidiary of Harley-Davidson, could be delisted from the New York Stock Exchange. Its shares have traded below $1 for over a 30-day trading period. And a new supermarket with a focus on Asian cuisine is preparing to open soon in Menominee Falls. Asia Harvest Supermarket will take over a space that was previously home to Pet World Outlet Warehouse. I'm Addison Lathers from MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on 620 WTMJ.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Is your life stuck in constant stress mode? Headaches, poor sleep, constant tension. Vince Vitrano for Connect Chiropractic, my team that can help not just mask symptoms, but find the root cause. Connect Chiro specializes in neurologically focused chiropractic care, helping your nervous system function the way it's designed so your body can heal, adapt, and perform at its best. Helping our community live healthier, more energized lives. Go ConnectChiro.com.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. After an accident, you need a trusted winning team on your side. For more than 30 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped Wisconsin families get the results they deserve. If you've been injured, call our firm today for a free consultation. We're available 24/7. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Transform your home today. Exterior Pros. Trust the pros.
There's no place like home, and nothing like Brewers baseball.
0-2 pitch is lined out to right. This is headed for the seats. It is gone. Jake Bauers
Brewers with an absolute laser.
The Brewers take on the Pirates today at American Family Field.
Struck him out swinging at 103.
Our Brewers Radio Network game day coverage starts at 12:35. We are the home of the Brewers. 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
Just after 9 o'clock, I'm Vince Vitrano on Wisconsin's Morning News. It's Thursday, August 6th. Our top story, political battle over the pandemic taking another turn.
I'm Eric Bilstad. Cyclosporiasis cases grow.
Your Storm Team forecast for the opening day of Wisconsin State Fair, 76 degrees, your high temperature. Under partly cloudy skies. Partly cloudy tonight, low down to 65. And for Friday, looking mostly sunny, warm with humidity returning and a slight chance in the afternoon or evening hours of a storm. A high of 83. Right now it's 71. And from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, the U.S. Senate Homeland Security Committee just voted to hold Dr. Anthony Fauci in contempt of Congress. It was following Dr. Fauci's decision to invoke the Fifth Amendment rights during a tense hearing in front of the committee last month.
The normal process is it would then send that resolution to the Senate for a full Senate vote, but that would require a 60-vote threshold to clear. And Chairman Paul knows that is very unlikely to get out of the Senate. It would require Democratic votes. And so what he's mused about possibly doing is just forwarding this contempt resolution right on to the Department of Justice, circumventing that Senate vote.
That's ABC's Jay O'Brien reporting. Dr. Fauci invoked his Fifth Amendment right more than 100 times during that hearing last month.
Dozens of municipal water systems across the U.S. have been targeted by online hackers in the past few weeks. The feds continue to investigate whether Iran may have been involved.
This is Jim Ryan. Fighting back against the foreign-based cyber intrusions is a group of volunteer hackers here at home known as DEF CON Franklin. A team of 27 white hats has fanned out across 7 states to offer advice to small water departments on how to bolster their defenses against attacks, even from around the world. In some cases, it's simply a matter of changing default passwords or adding multi-factor authentication. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
State health officials trying to ease concerns about the ongoing cyclosporiasis outbreak, saying people still need to eat fresh produce.
Medical College of Wisconsin's Dr. Ben Weston says the long-term benefits from fruits and vegetables outweighs the risk of the parasite. Weston tells Wisconsin's Midday News.
It's still less common than other foodborne illnesses we hear about, like salmonella and E. coli. Now, what we do know is that certain people are more susceptible. And in particular, they're susceptible to getting sick from this rather than just having bothersome symptoms. And that's people with underlying health conditions.
2 people have died and nearly 300 people have been hospitalized since the parasitic outbreak. Jen Gregg, WTMJ News.
From one foodborne illness to another, hundreds are sickened from a salmonella outbreak linked to jalapenos.
That includes 9 people in Wisconsin. The jalapenos from Coast Citrus Distributors were sourced from Mexico and mostly sold to restaurants, including Chipotle and Qdoba. Both chains have stopped serving the affected peppers. The CDC says most illnesses reported so far started between mid-June and mid-July. The FDA is still trying to determine if the recalled jalapenos also went to grocery stores. Jessica Gatso, WTMG News.
A new Marquette University Law School poll is out. It finds Americans remain divided over the U.S. Supreme Court.
The national survey shows 47% approve of the job the Supreme Court is doing, while 53% disapprove. Approval has remained below the 50% mark since late last year. The poll also found sharp partisan differences, with 74% of Republicans approving of the court compared to 22% of Democrats and 35% of independents. A majority of those polled also believe Congress has given too much power to the president. Around 70% say lawmakers should reclaim some of that authority. Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
The former UWM at Washington County campus now completing its transformation into a private K-12 school. The county officially completing the sale to Ozaki Christian School, now known as Faithridge Christian School. Classes start this fall. It comes after Washington County Charitable Foundation sued to block the sale, arguing that past donations require the building to be used for public education. The judge denied that request for an injunction.
Time for news about your money. WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. 35 minutes off the opening bell. The Dow Jones Industrial now down 23 points at 54,326. S&P 500 is up 11 at 7734, and the NASDAQ at 26,405 is up 42 points. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 9:06.
Bring us your problems, deadlines, complexities, anxieties, distractions, and budget distresses.
Plum Media is listening.
Share with us your creative block.
Plum Media is ready.
Give us your audience with limited time and attention.
Plum Media sets your message free.
Let's get your message heard. Let's strive for retention from beginning to completion. Whether your next event is for celebration, education, motivation, inspiration, Plum Media is waiting to take action.
Professional collaborators, planners, managers. Plum Media, video production and event management.
Plum Media, wow moments, flawless execution, clarity, calm, control.
And results.
Plum Media, a video, meetings, and event producer with global experience. PlumMedia.com.
I'm Matt Dorner, CEO of Milwaukee Downtown Bid 21. Our business leaders value downtown Milwaukee.
Downtown is more than a destination. It's a community where relationships are built every day, where neighbors become friends and friends become family. I'm Christina Bianchini with the Bianchini Experience. With 4 businesses serving downtown, we bring impeccable hospitality to every experience we create.
Get down to business at MilwaukeeDowntown.com.
I'm Vince Vitrano, joined today by Dr. Corey Casper from Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin.
What's good for an airman is going to be, I think, good for the folks in Wisconsin as well. You don't have to be an athlete to come seek care from a sports medicine physician. It can just be getting back to moving and doing the things that you love to do, whether it be your job or gardening or playing pickleball or going for runs. My goal is just to get you back moving comfortably.
Get started online now at orthowisconsin.com. Time for WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. We got afternoon baseball for you here on WTMJ. Series finale between the Brewers and Pirates. Brewers coming off a 4-2 victory on Wednesday night. Starter Kyle Harrison back from injury and dominant. 10 strikeouts in his first start back in nearly a month, including a stretch where he went 8 in a row. Brewers President of Baseball Operations Matt Arnold here on Wisconsin's Morning News.
So good to have him back on the mound, and he was doing well, and he was cramping up. I think the inning before I got a message that he was cramping a little bit, but then it kind of calmed down a little bit. But once he went back out to throw, it sounded like it started to flare up a little bit on him.
All right, so no issues on the earlier than expected exit because of the arm. Everything is checking out with Kyle Harrison. Newly acquired Brewers pitcher Dustin May, scheduled to start this afternoon at American Family Field. Our coverage here on WTMJ begins at 12:35. Packers training camp rolling on. Closed practice today. Team gearing up for family night tomorrow at Lambeau Field. Defense coordinator Jonathan Gannon on how he'll implement Micah Parsons once he's ready to come back midseason.
A player like that, it's not very complicated in my opinion to use him or deploy him in a way to affect the game in a positive way.
Parsons expected to be ready for game action by mid-October. He's targeting the Packers Cowboys, of course, as his comeback date.
WTMJ time saver traffic got a couple of spots that are slowing things down. 43 northbound getting into the hail there. So Rock Freeway getting into the hail. They have a left lane blocked there. Or I'm sorry, the right lane is blocked because of a crash. 43 north, right into the hail there. So that is slowing things down for you. Meanwhile, by the stadium, 94 westbound, it's already an area that's slow. We have an accident there that is blocking the left lane. So 94 west through the stadium, you're going to see more slowdowns there. Meanwhile, further west, 94 west right around Highway 100, left shoulder's blocked because of a crash. And because of that, you just have the gawking and the gaping that's taking place there. So a little bit of slowdown.
And the gaping.
As you head west on 94 past the zoo.
Your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Pretty nice stretch here. High of 76 degrees today under partly cloudy skies. Low down to 65. So if you're headed to the fair, sweatshirt to bring along tonight. Friday, mostly sunny, warm with humidity returning. Slight chance in the afternoon or evening hours of a storm and a high of 83. Saturday's high 81. Skies mostly sunny. Slight chance of an afternoon or evening thunderstorm. Sunday, chance of showers and storms. Mostly cloudy, otherwise high of 82. Monday, a chance of showers and storms. Mostly cloudy, high 81. Milwaukee's now at 71.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Here are your hosts, Eric Bilstad and Vince Vitrano.
9/11 on Wisconsin's Morning News. All kinds of stuff happening today. We are in front of what could be one of the more interesting seasons in recent history for Milwaukee basketball. The all-new look Milwaukee Bucks will take the Florida Open the coming season in early October. Big event coming up, though, this weekend that I want to highlight that'll get us in the mindset. Young Buck Brandon Jennings returning to Milwaukee, leading Hoop It Up in Deer District.
A cold-blooded three.
The Hoop It Up 3-on-3 basketball tour coming to Milwaukee, not this weekend, but next. And the Bucks Senior Vice President of Business Operations, Michael Blount, is in studio with us this morning. Good to see you again, Michael.
Good to see you.
So, a lot to get to. Get to more on Brandon Jennings being back as part of the event in a minute. But tell us a little bit about the tournament. Hoop It Up. We've heard of this before. This is a really big, nationwide tour.
This is a big deal. It's for those who are my age. This was a big deal back in the old Bradley Center era. You played right out in front of 4th Street there, and you closed down the street. And there's some unbelievable photos of what it used to look like. And then it kind of went away for a bit, and now it's back. Kevin Garnett actually owns the brand. So Kevin Garnett brought it back. Hoop It Up, you're right. It's going to be here next week. This is the third year in a row that we've done it, have over 100 teams. And like you said, also Brandon Jennings is going to be playing in it this year. So if you sign up for the Pro-Am division, Brandon Jennings, if you're familiar with YouTuber Tristan Jass, who does all those fun trick shots, and then Corey Lucius, who played at Milwaukee King and Michigan State and Iowa State, are going to be playing together on a team. So they'll have big crowds watching, and you can also sign up and play against them.
The Pro-Am division. So are you expected to be able to beat those guys? Or
No, I can't imagine that anybody's going to beat them, but I think people are going to want to give it they're going to give it their best shot and get some good pictures.
What's cool is the energy around that. It's just, you don't even have to be some uber crazy basketball fan to just enjoy what that's going to bring.
No, it seems all ages, starting at the age of 8, boys and girls. Yeah. And if you've come before, I certainly encourage people, if you're not going to play, which we'd love you to play, but come down and watch. The weather's great. We shut down Juneau right in front of the trade, set up a couple courts in the plaza, have our Bucks DJs, our Bucks entertainment team out there. All the tenants in Deer District are open for food and beverage. So in between games, people are hanging out, talking about their games, preparing, just having fun. It's been a great event that we wanted to continue for a long time.
It's like a festival-like atmosphere, right? How many courts do you know?
I think it was like 15 courts.
Yeah, that's a lot of basketball.
Yeah, 2 or 3 in the plaza, and then the rest line Juneau. And the visual is outstanding when you have these courts next to Fiserv Forum and next to the trade with these high buildings. You get some great photos, great sense of place. It's really a lot of fun.
It's 3-on-3, but it's 5 people on your team?
You can have up to 5,
Up
yes.
to 5, right. So you got to sub out once in a while. So how do people you can still sign up?
You can still sign up, hoopitup.com/Bucks. And you can sign up through Tuesday. And again, all ages, come down, have a lot of fun, have a fun weekend in the Deer District and in Milwaukee.
And Brandon Jennings, man, that guy could be the mayor of this city.
He really could. And it was great. I think it was actually his idea. Can I play in this? And we're like, that would be fantastic.
That would be okay. Sure.
Everybody's going to come and watch. I can only imagine the crowds that are going to circle around the court to watch him play.
Michael Ballard is with us from the Milwaukee Bucks. Before we let you go, since we have you, I was thinking about this, Michael. I bet if we asked fans, how long have we been inside Fiserv Forum? I bet you they would bet on the under. We're entering your 9th season in the new building. So what else is going on inside as we get set for Bucks season? A lot of concerts and other things, but what are you excited about as you're always updating Fiserv Forum?
Sure, you're right. And I joined the Bucks in August of 18, so about a month before the first concert. So it was a great time. I definitely had a stacked deck coming in. And I think the time has flown by for this season. Everybody's really excited. our basketball side, our business side about building something. At that time, 9 years ago, we were at this point. We were building something. We were looking to get to where we ultimately did in winning a championship. And now the young talent with 2 first-round draft picks, everybody's very excited about Tyler Hero coming back home. The other young players we got as part of the Giannis trade, and other players that were already on the team that are building. So, people, I think, are very excited to see and build something different. We're excited as a franchise, definitely. And then to your point, we always have new shows coming in Deer District, big concerts coming up. We have Casey Musgraves, Somber coming in. And then we just broke ground on a new hotel yesterday, the AC by Marriott.
That's right.
So 156 key hotel will be right next to our new music venue that also just opened up in February, where we have a ton of great concerts coming in specifically September and October that are in that new 4,500 person venue. So lots of fun things going on. We really want to try and be something for everybody.
Speaking of music, this just breaking this morning that Pentatonics is coming to Fiserv.
Oh, their holiday show, yeah.
Big Christmas show this year.
Yeah, and last year, we've always had the City of Milwaukee Christmas tree in Deer District, and last year we had thousands of people come for the lighting, and we introduced the new holiday market, which we recently announced we're actually going to expand this year. So we're going to have a holiday market. Last year was, I think, 9 days. It's going to be 2 weeks this year. It's going to have more vendors. So that'll be the place to go during the holidays, we hope.
Michael Blount is with us, Senior Vice President of Business Operations for the Milwaukee Bucks. Next to the trade, Michael, do you control that other plot just east of there?
Yes.
And okay, good. Since you've answered that in the affirmative, what are there any plans for that? What's happening there?
So the plot just north of it is vacant. That's always been slotted for office building and office. We've really tried, and we're going to continue to try because we think it's really important for Deer District to have that daytime density and get people working there. But then to the east, right across from Carson's, and to the east of the trade, that is under construction, major project right now, 270 apartments, 280 parking spaces. We've got an athletic complex under construction with MATC with a big gym and a workout spot for all their students. And then we also have like 14,000 square feet of retail. We just announced the first tenant. It's going to be Mitch's Cards out of Mequon. Card collecting, such a big deal. What a great spot to have.
It probably works out down there,
Yeah, where you can, crack packs, as they say, and have autograph signings right in the middle of Deer District. So, a lot of fun stuff going on. But we would love office. We'd love for people to come and work there. It's just a matter of economics right now.
Well, and New Neighbor then going in, the museum is going to be right near Deer District as well. You have all of that traffic.
Yes.
A lot of exciting stuff.
Really a lot of exciting stuff. Over the next couple of years, a year from now, the hotel will be done. The gym will be done as part of the apartments, and a small part of the apartments will be phased in. So you look 16, 18 months from now, there'll be a lot more going on.
What a difference a decade makes. Holy cow.
You're right. That's what I'm saying. Wouldn't you have guessed the under if I told you how long since Fiserv
Right.
formed? About 5-6 years. No, entering its 9th season. Michael Blount, Senior Vice President of Business Operations for your Milwaukee Bucks. Great to see you. Hoop It Up, the world's largest 3-on-3 basketball tour in Milwaukee next weekend. So 15th and 16th.
Now, for that again, just real quick, a website to go to for that?
Hoopitup.com /Bucks. And that'll take you right to, because as you mentioned, it's a nationwide thing. That'll take you right to Deer District sign up and come on out and have a lot of fun.
9:19 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Every homeowner has a list. That roof, those windows, that bathroom you've been meaning to update. If you've been putting off home improvements, you're not alone. At Exterior Pros and Baths, they help homeowners upgrade their homes with beautiful roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, and bathrooms built to last. Right now, save up to $3,000 on your next project. Don't wait until a small problem becomes an expensive one. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com. Exterior Pros and Baths. Done right, built to last.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Doma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
Sports parents know the countless hours and dollars spent on practice, games, equipment, training, travel. So when an injury happens, why don't we invest in recovery too? Vince Vitrano for MD Hyperbaric. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy supports the body's natural healing process, whether it's recovering from injury or a concussion, because it's not just about getting your athlete back on the field. It's about helping them recover for school, work, and life long after the season ends. Learn more at mdhyperbaric.com. .22 on Wisconsin's Morning News. Remember that time when the governor and lawmakers approved online sports betting in Wisconsin? It was months ago. March, April was the timeline. It created this pathway forward.
Well, we're waiting.
And this morning, you still can't do it, potentially delaying or even derailing the effort. A new legal challenge to the whole framework. A conservative legal group now asking a Waukesha County judge to block the new law that Governor Tony Evers signed in April, arguing it violates both the Wisconsin and U.S. constitutions. Now, WTMJ's Neil Doyle has been on top of these developments for months. I imagine there's some sort of personal connection, Neil. I mean, you jonesing to make a bet here or what?
Well, I mean, I do have some friends that like to maybe place a wager. And yeah, I mean, this could be a bit of a roadblock, and kind of comes right as Wisconsin has been in the middle of negotiating these new gaming compacts. That's part of the steps that have to happen to get this online sports betting approved. So those agreements have to be approved by all of the tribes, the governor, and then that has to get sent off to the federal government, get approved there before any of this online sports betting and these apps can start launching. So, I think a lot of people assumed, and I talked with Jeff Sokadny, he covers sports betting across the nation for Covers.com. He said, look, I even talked to people in Wisconsin as well, buddies he knows, and said, I think a lot of people thought, okay, governor put the pen to paper, bill was signed in April, and we're good to go. Really, it only just started the process.
The bill passing started a new process that will take potentially months more to complete before you start seeing these tribe-offered online sports books in Wisconsin.
Now, a lot of this, too, I mean, Wisconsin's path of rolling this out is quite different than really many other states. The only other state that is similar is Florida, this hub and spoke model where they are allowing the tribes to run the online sports betting. Florida does that as well. But again, Zakadny really said the hard thing here is you have 11 tribes in Wisconsin. Everybody has to come together, agree to, the renegotiating of the compacts. Florida only has one. So they kind of got that process rolling quicker. We're able to get everything approved, sent off to the federal government. And now, of course, we have this new lawsuit filed by the Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty. Zakadny says, look, the Florida one, it got, kind of challenged in court at the federal level and everything kind of went through fine. So he says that could be, kind of a good thing for Wisconsin because it's already been tested before. But now you've got, this lawsuit challenging things within the state constitution. So is this going to be more of a setback? And the big thing for me, too, kind of following this, I know Governor Evers was hesitant to maybe sign this bill. That was part of it. He wanted to make sure it was going to be equal for all of the tribes, but he did put pen to paper in April. Is he going to be the one to kind of want to see this go through? I mean, he's only got a couple more months in office. We've got an election coming up in November. So are they going to be able to get this process? But now you've got this lawsuit. There still are several steps to this before you can start sitting on your couch at home and placing a bet. But can they get it done by the end of the year? Jeff, who I spoke with, he seems like he thinks it could happen. The other factor of this, too, I mean, you've got football coming up. For all of these sports betting companies, football is their moneymaker. That's where they get the most bets throughout the year. So can they get it done? But now, again, will this lawsuit kind of set things back? I guess we'll have to see.
What's Will's problem?
I think, look, there were some against it. They're, kind of a conservative legal front, and they say, look, they don't want it. They think it could be bad for people. They think, again, it goes against some of the things within the state constitution. They think this should have to go to voters. It was the lawmakers that approved it. But that's been the case in pretty much every state. It's gone through legislatures everywhere to get approved. So
it's been the history of gaming in Wisconsin. If you look at when we were young, it was bingo. And then they wanted to expand. Well, we want to have blackjack and stuff. And then there was a little bit of blackjack. And then there was the roulette and all of that stuff is still relatively new in terms of gambling options. And all of these things have gone through those steps. And we revisit these same arguments almost every time there's some expansion of gaming.
Yeah, and the last kind of reporting, I've heard and I've tried to kind of tap in. Now, no surprise, really none of the tribes want to kind of talk about where negotiations are right now. But we did hear that the governor met with the tribes. This was back in early June to kind of get, again, this process of renegotiating the compacts. Where have those conversations gone? And now you throw this lawsuit in this week. So I don't know. I mean, I had some friends visiting recently. They were like, hey, I thought online sports betting got passed. It did. It got signed in, but there are still several steps.
They didn't even have their code off yet?
No, they were ready.
They actually went home then. But no.
Well, but that is money lost, though.
Yes.
Not necessarily for them, but for the state.
Yeah, I mean, the longer you wait, right. I mean, I just saw some report, the amount of money that Illinois has brought in. Now, I get it. You have the other side of the argument. You have people then that can fall victim.
Right,
and,
of course.
Sure, but that's with everything.
That's also cigarettes. Like, we tax on a lot of things.
Well, the other thing I had this thought as well of, I don't want to speak for any of our major league teams, but increasingly the leagues are getting more cozy with the idea of gaming and finding ways to encourage that or at least facilitate it even within their own facilities. Does it prevent people from coming up to, say, years down the road, an AmFam or go to a game at Fiserv or whatever? Well, I can't bet there. I can't do my thing. This is what I like to do, and I like to do the bets and things and I can't do that there, so I'm not going to go. That's got to be part of the conversation as well.
And I think it is going to be interesting if, Governor Evers is not the one to get these compacts renegotiated. It's going to fall on whoever's in office come November. I mean, what does that look
about
like?
That? Yeah, you don't get it done by the end of the year, then that falls in the hands of a new governor. And what their willingness is or ability to get it across the finish line, we will see. Neil, thank you. It is 9:27 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Come on, Jerry, it's a lock. Kramer, you've had this thing under control for almost 3 years now. Don't start again. But it's a lock. No.
Know when to walk away.
Welcome to The Knowledge Brokers, a weekly feature covering the dynamics of the insurance market, how it affects Wisconsin businesses and residents. It's sponsored by the original Knowledge Broker, R&R Insurance. Joining me today is Jeff Salasinski, Executive Vice President of Insurance Operations. Jeff, let's talk today about the insurance environment. What should business owners and individuals understand right now about opportunities in today's insurance marketplace?
Thanks, Vince. Always great to be here. A unique confluence of events have shifted this market to favor the buyer.
Sounds like good news. What factors are coming together as we set up this favorable market?
Industry financial results remain solid in 2026, despite some of the weather we've seen here locally. More capital in the market means rates continue to decline for many lines of business. And lastly, the insurance distribution system is changing rapidly.
So how can our listeners capitalize on what you've just described?
You need an insurance professional that understands these unique market dynamics. You need an insurance professional that focuses on you, not one that's preoccupied in selling their business or prepping it for a sale.
So what I'm hearing today, Jeff, is that it is important when you're working with the right insurance partner.
It is, Vince. R&R Insurance has a 50-year record of excellence in this market. We're client-focused when many others are really distracted.
What else can R&R Insurance provide that really sets you apart?
R&R Insurance will provide a better insurance purchasing experience. We'll use data, strategy, and our expert resources to help you control costs and maximize the value of both your commercial and personal insurance program. We blend our elite resources with technology to create innovative and cost-effective insurance solutions. As a top 100 firm nationally, you get local expertise and local ownership working for you.
That's Jeff from R&R Insurance. Thanks for the great info, Jeff.
Whoop, just doing some roofing on another lovely Wisconsin day. No gimmicks, no shortcuts, it's just roofing done the old-fashioned way. You betcha. Do you need shingles? Let's mingle, for a Wisconsin tradition never dwindles. So raise
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. I hope you will join me Saturdays at 1 o'clock for Experience Wisconsin. I love the show because I learn something new every week as I introduce you to people and places in our state that are super special. Oh boy, we've got a great show coming up for you this Saturday. It is iconic Ishnala Supper Club, central part of the state. Incredible, worth a little bit of a trip. And we head north to Sheboygan, where the surfers are already out. Experience Wisconsin, 1 o'clock Saturdays on WTMJ.
Some days you watch the game. On WTMJ Day, you live it.
Back at the track,
Fire up the grill and join the WTMJ team on August 29th, or we watch the crew deliver the highlights.
we are all witnesses.
WTMJ Day is sponsored by Big Fish Contracting, Woodman's, and Left's Lucky Town.
Would you like fries with that?
We are the home of the Brewers. WTMJ.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. The Senate Homeland Security Committee, along party lines, votes to hold Dr. Anthony Fauci in contempt for his appearance last week in which he invoked the Fifth Amendment more than 100 times. ABC's Jay O'Brien answering the question of what's next.
The normal process is it would then send that resolution to the Senate for a full Senate vote, but that would require a 60-vote threshold to clear. And Chairman Paul knows that is very unlikely to get out of the Senate. It would require Democratic votes. And so what he's mused about possibly doing is just forwarding this contempt resolution right on to the Department of Justice, circumventing that Senate vote.
The FDA voting this week to approve Moderna's first ever mRNA seasonal flu vaccine for people 50 and older. The Trump administration says it plans to overhaul the Head Start program, tossing out many of the regulations in place for the 700,000 children currently enrolled. Last year, the administration laid off much of Head Start support staff. This is ABC News.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 9:33.
News about your money, WTMJ Market Update, brought to you by Annex Wealth Management. An hour off the opening bell, and here's where the Dow is, down 68 points to 54,280. S&P 500 is up 16 at 7739, and the NASDAQ at 26,485 is up 122 points. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com.
WTMJ time saver traffic still slow, 43 northbound right into the hail. You're going to see some hefty slowdowns in that stretch there because of an accident. So they have the right lane blocked because of this crash. Again, right as you're getting into the hail. So be mindful of that. You'll get through it, but it is moving very slowly at the moment. Elsewhere, things have cleared up a bit. There were some slowdowns near the stadium because of a crash, but that's been cleared out, although, of course, the construction is still slowing that down. And you have some construction delays on 4145 as well, but otherwise, other than that, you should be in the clear.
Your WTMJ 5-day forecast. This is one of the cooler starts ever, or at least in recent memory, to Wisconsin State Fair. Yeah. 76 degrees your high temp. Fine, right? It's going to be perfect, especially if you love visiting the animals and stuff.
It'll be good.
Really great temperatures.
They'll enjoy it too.
Yes, partly cloudy today. Tonight, partly cloudy, low of 65. For Friday, mostly sunny, warm and humid. Slight chance of an afternoon or evening storm, high of 83. Saturday, high of 81. Skies mostly sunny. Slight chance in the afternoon or evening of some thunderstorms. Sunday, chance of showers and storms, mostly cloudy, high of 82. For Monday, a chance of showers and storms, mostly cloudy, high of 81. Right now in Milwaukee, it's 71.
We demand a lot of our shoulders and hands, our hips and knees, our backs and feet. They do life's heavy lifting, so we owe them the greatest attention in return. The Froedtert and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network provides expert orthopedic and spine care to help you move, lift, turn, and reach with the most possible ease. Whether you have a sports-related injury or a nagging condition that just won't go away, excellence should always be an option. So we make our care available in nearby locations and offer same-day ortho and spine appointments when relief can't wait. It's how to recover quicker, prevent small concerns from becoming big ones, and solve complex issues with the expertise you can only get with academic medicine. We're given just one body, so let's tend to it, check in on it. Let's give it the greatest of care, because when it's tuned up and injury-free, we can always be pushing ahead. To learn more about our nationally recognized orthopedic and spine care, visit froedtert.com/ortho.
Vince Vitrano here for the compassionate team at Curative Care. More than a century of helping people with developmental disabilities live more fulfilled lives and helping support families who are trying to make that happen. How do they do it? More than 20,000 therapy visits last year alone in our area, meeting the growing demand for pediatric therapy. They put people to work. So many of our friends and loved ones with disabilities, they are ready to work and they're up to the job. And what Curative does is give them that chance through its commercial services division. When I was last out there at Curative in Tosa for a visit, we stopped on the Adult Day Services group, people of all ages and abilities having meaningful experiences through outings, events, and community engagement. Had such a good time hanging out. So if you know someone who is looking for answers and support for a loved one with developmental disabilities, these are wonderful people who can help. Visit curative.org. That's curative.org today.
Lake Geneva. It's where families have been making memories around the water for generations. Lakeside resorts and spas, award-winning restaurants, and charming shops are just the beginning of an unforgettable summer getaway. Lake cruises, boating, and beach lounging let you soak up the sun, water, and family time. Hike a lakeshore path, stargaze from an iconic observatory, or soar above it all in a hot air balloon. Go ziplining, visit an animal safari, or see dancing horses. Start making your memories today at visitlakegeneva.com.
Hey, some breaking news this week regarding flu shots. The FDA voting to approve Moderna's first ever mRNA seasonal flu vaccine for people 50 and up. And it's going to be ready for this flu season.
They showed that this vaccine was about 27% more effective than the traditional flu vaccine. There did not seem to be any safety signals or concerning risks other than the traditional side effects that we see.
ABC medical correspondent Dr. Tara Narula. They're discussing the data that they're seeing. Its effectiveness is very good, so they're very high on it. Now, who can get it?
The 50 to 64 age, it is fully approved. For the 65 and up, it is also approved, but it was given accelerated approval, which means that they need to give the FDA, Moderna does, some more post-marketing clinical data this season to get full approval.
That being said, they will both be rolled out this season. So 50 and up, another option for those getting the flu shot.
I think probably more notable is if folks remember mRNA from that being one of the COVID vaccines that was offered. Different. I am not a doctor or a scientist, so best I can do here, on saying how these work is it's basically sending a message to your body through a synthetic creation here. You're not putting virus, live or dead virus, into the body. You've created this synthetic that sends a message to your cells to build up this immunity. I explained that terribly, but you see the difference there. We're not taking a sample, live or dead, of a virus and putting it in you.
What mRNA can do, and Narula explains this a little bit, is that you can create it a lot quicker. And because of that, it can be more effective on hitting the actual issue.
You don't have to grow it like in the eggs or whatever else.
The beauty of the mRNA vaccines are that they can be produced so quickly. So it's the speed. When you think about the traditional flu vaccines, it takes about 6 months to manufacture. They're grown in chicken, eggs, and cells. And that means that gives it time for the flu virus to mutate, to change. So by the time we actually get the vaccine, it may not be as effective, whereas the mRNA vaccines can be made in about 2 to 3 months.
So that's why they believe and have the data that would indicate it's a lot more effective. And again, 50 and up is where this would go. So this is going to get a lot of attention because of what you said too, that when you hear mRNA, especially with the COVID stuff, a lot of people get a little, whoa. So that'll be some of the education they'll be pushing out, you would guess, once we get closer to flu season.
The other thing that she mentioned there that caught my ear is the effectiveness in the abbreviated timeline to create them. What we hear very often when we talk to doctors about, what do you see in the upcoming flu season? What they have to do is start creating the vaccine before we know what strains are going to be dominant here. So they're trying to predict what's going to come over from overseas.
And they're pretty good at it. I mean, not always, but pretty good at it.
If you can, this will allow them to pivot more quickly.
Correct.
And have a shorter timeline of having to shorter the timeline, just like predicting the weather. The closer you are to the event, the better they are at predicting it. The same thing with infectious disease. So a lot of positives to take from there, but certainly some folks will have questions about this being an mRNA vaccine. 20 minutes before 10 o'clock on Wisconsin's Morning News.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Loziga. Nobody likes backups, not on I-94 and definitely not in your own backyard. That's why I'm so glad we called Comfort Awnings. Now our outdoors time isn't delayed by rain or the scorching afternoon sun. One touch of a button gives us instant shade and shelter while also protecting us from harmful UV rays. So instead of heading inside when it gets too hot or starts to rain, we can enjoy the patio for longer. Don't let any more of the summer pass you by. Right now, get $200 off any awning or screen. Call 414-AWNINGS or visit comfortawnings.com.
See every smile, every milestone, every moment that matters most. Vince Vitrano for Shopko Optical. This is our family's choice for comprehensive eye care services. I can tell you, once you walk into Shopko Optical, you're going to feel different. You will feel welcome, valued, genuinely cared for. This is all relatively new to me, going to the eye doctor, only the last couple of years. And that's why I chose the team at Shopko Optical. They take the time to understand your concerns. If you're a new guy like me, they explain everything that's going on. What are your options? Answer all the questions so you're confident in your care. So maybe you're due for that comprehensive eye exam, or you're looking for the right eyewear. Shopko Optical is there to support your vision and eye care health every step of the way. Create your personalized eye care plan with my team at Shopko Optical. Call or visit shopko.com to schedule today.
Tune in Saturdays at 6 a.m. for Legally Speaking with Kirsten Hildebrand. Hildebrand Law. Legal talk without the filler and straight to the point. Miss the show? Catch the Legally Speaking podcast on WTMJ.com.
Buy one pizza today, get a second pizza free at the Amazing Mineshaft restaurant in Hartford and in Oshkosh. Don't cook, don't even think about it. You don't need to clean up either. Call, order, and pick up shortly, or just walk in for your free Thursday pizza, mineshaft.restaurant.com.
Get your rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval to buy at accunet.com.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting WTMJ.com/contests. That's WTMJ.com/contests.
Hair Volume from New Nordic will make your hair look thick and healthy. Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
.43 on Wisconsin's Morning News. A lot of excitement about the Brewers. We were talking earlier.
There's almost a buzz, you think?
Well,
close to a buzz.
No, I don't want you to bring that sound effect back.
We're getting close.
But just are you finding this everywhere you go to? Hey, the Brewers. But just it's on the minds of people a lot, and people are thinking about it and talking about it.
It's when your team is this good. So a couple of things from last night. So the Brewers beat the Pirates again last night. They play this afternoon. This is the final game. They look to take the series. So it was a 4-game series. And there's a lot of talk about Christian Yelich, who's been struggling. And the other day, Pat Murphy, kind of unprompted, was like, hey, you know what? We should really be cheering this guy on and at least giving him, support so he knows that we're behind him. And last night, the fans did.
Full of folks giving him a standing ovation. Pat Murphy talked last night after the game, after Yelich heard some boos after his 0 for 4 night. Don't forget what this guy has done for us in the past. Here's the first pitch from Skeens, and it misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Maybe what he needs is some encouragement. So good on the fans.
Yeah, and later in the game,
3-1 pitch. Yelich, a line drive into right. That's a base hit. It's going to roll all the way to the warning track in right field. Mitchell is in. Contreras on his way to third. It's an RBI double for Christian Yelich. And boy, does that feel good for number 22.
So Yelich would go on to a 2-4 day, had an RBI and a run scored. And yeah, he heard it. He heard it, fans.
Yeah, no, it was cool to, receive the support from the fans tonight. Obviously, it hasn't been the greatest last couple months for me, but definitely appreciate that tonight.
And Murphy was just surprised people heard him during the press conference.
Does anybody really listen to what I say at the end of these things? You know what I mean? Like, do some people really tune in?
Come on, Murphy. Yes.
He did appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm really happy for him. That was awesome. I'm happy the fans supported him that way, too. I hope he understands, you know what I mean? Like, that's pretty cool. I think he does. He's been through a lot.
So then, see, okay.
Do we need to show him ratings or something?
No,
Yeah, people listen. Come on, Murph.
Don't take it personally.
In fact, you're on the radio station. They listen to you too.
So the starter got most of the attention. Kyle Harrison, who was back after having a sore elbow, sore forearm. He'd been on the IL, and everyone was a little creeped out. Then we had the trade deadline go the way it did, and everyone was even a little bit more freaked out. Well, he came back and threw a gem. 5 innings, struck out 10, including the final 8 guys that he faced. So afterward, though, people were freaked out because he came out for the 6th inning, but then didn't pitch. He went out there and did a couple of warm-ups and then was clearly...
And trainers were out there and...
Then left and was clearly agitated. Well, it turns out it has nothing to do with his arm. It has to do with cramping up. And they were trying to get to the bottom of it. He said between innings there, he was doing everything he could.
Down in a pickle shop, down in a whatever hot cinnamon things.
Yeah, so he was drinking the pickle juice and the hot cinnamon things is what he said there, but it wasn't enough. That's why he was frustrated, because he was pitching so well.
I want you to play it again. Eric suggested that the hot cinnamon things could perhaps be...
Down in a pickle shop, down in a whatever hot cinnamon things.
I don't know. Whenever I think of hot cinnamon as far as doing a shot, I think...
Fireball.
3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him with the slurve again, and he strikes out the side. Kyle Harrison with 7 strikeouts, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Rodriguez is gone. 9 Ks for Kyle Harrison. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Got him looking. Triolo is frozen. 10 strikeouts for Kyle Harrison, including the last 8 straight. What a night for the Brewers left-hander.
I like it. I don't know if that's what he had, but we'll just stick with that.
So is that the nickname?
If he actually did it.
We were trying to figure out what the nickname should be. Big K, Special K.
If he actually did a shot of Fireball, then yes, for sure. That's your nickname. 1:10 first pitch against the Pirates this afternoon. Nude guy Dustin May on the hill.
I'm a fireball.
So it's about time you spruced up your home. Nothing major. You're not looking to spend a ton, but you are looking for something that'll give your quarters a little upgrade. There are a lot of things you can do with glass. Simply beveling your mirrors can do wonders. You can mill out your wood cabinet doors and replace the center with attractive glass inserts, or customize them with unique handcrafted artistry, or maybe a theme. You could even install a new glass shower door and add some real appeal to your bathroom. They're all pretty affordable home improvements, and Les's Glass Service has been helping homeowners like you for just about longer than anyone in town. You probably don't realize how affordably we can help you reach your home's full potential, but we do, and we can show you countless options. So if it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Les's Glass. Les's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lesglassservice.com.
There's not a bad time to better insulate your home, but there is a better time, and it's right now. Vince Vitrano here just talked with Jeff from USA Insulation. Jeff says they always get busy in the fall and early winter as everyone's concerned about keeping their houses warm. But doing a project with USA Insulation does just as well to keep your house cooler in the summer months and saving you money on your electric bills. Tell Jeff Vinny told you want the government rebates and discounts that can save you thousands on your project. Get started at usainsulation.net.
Notifications, texts, emails, information coming at you all day, every day. With so much noise, knowing what deserves your attention can feel overwhelming. So it's no surprise that many Americans feel less confident about their retirement finances and stressed about their investments. Turn down the noise. Turn up the planning. Put Annex Wealth Management on your side for trusted investment and retirement guidance, including tax and estate planning. Visit annexwealth.com and click the Get Started button.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee. From the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
The weekend.
The best part of the week is almost here.
The weekend.
This weekend.
This is the Weekend Trend with Sandy Max.
Weekend.
The Weekend Trend is presented by 3 Pillars Senior Living Communities.
Let's go.
10 minutes from the opening of Wisconsin State Fair, 175th anniversary or 175th running of the fair. Sandy will be out there tonight and for much of the fair doing your show live. Morning, Sandy.
I am excited to be at the Wisconsin State Fair. The way the Brewers schedule lands, I am there every night. Tonight, not tomorrow, but every night next week.
Nice. Awesome.
I love that. I like being where the action is.
Right. Well, that's where the action is.
You can never have the same day twice at the Wisconsin State Fair. Think about it. So, like, even though people are like, yeah, it's 11 days. Yeah, but like there are different animals to see. There's different foods to try for sure.
There's different people.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I am really looking forward to it. Plus, it's a chance. It is fun to be in the mobile studio for me. I like looking out, seeing the fun people watching, the sky glider, little legs dangling over you. But it's nice to feel connected.
We talked a lot about the fair, so I want to get some thoughts from you on a number of other things that are going on here locally through the weekend. We have a number of anniversary celebrations that we should talk about. And
a couple of really big ones in our cultural community. The historic Third Ward, their association is celebrating their 50th anniversary. So what do? You go big. You bring the moon down to earth. This is so cool. If you remember in 2019, that was the 50th anniversary of the moon landing, walking on the moon, and Third Ward brought this artwork. It is a 23-foot diameter photo replica of the moon. So it's like a huge moon balloon, but truly every single crater, every single valley, they're all created from NASA photographs, and it's a 1/500,000th representation of the moon. So every centimeter is about 3 miles. And I know this because I talked to the artist. He's a British man named Luke Jerram, and I got to interview him for What's on Tap because I saw this in London, and then it came to Milwaukee. So now it's back. So that's what the Third Ward is doing. It's a moon festival, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all up and down Broadway there. And you can see this. It's called Museum of the Moon. You could really just call it Great Big Moon. Like, that's what it looks like. But it is fascinating to be that close to all sides of the moon, not just the dark side of the moon. Cue the music. But it is, there are going to be performances under the moon, dancing, yoga. It's a big street festival as ever. But yeah, so I just think this is super fun. The 7th, 8th, and 9th in the historic Third Ward right there on Broadway at Catalano Square. Lots of performances to enjoy. And then the other anniversary to celebrate, the 10th anniversary of Milwaukee Makers Market. You know those pop-ups that have been happening at Discovery World, IB House, and now in Bayview at Hyde House. It's on Greeley. If you know where the Clement Sausage Factory is and the Target there on Chase, it's just on that other side there. And it's this complex of a bunch of different creatives. And they have a marketplace there. And on Sunday, celebrating their 10th anniversary, they have a mayoral proclamation and everything. And the founder of Milwaukee Makers Market is just a positive creative force. His name is Ryan Lasig. And you might know his name also. Not only is he the founder of Milwaukee Makers Market, that's really been a launching pad for hundreds of local artists. He's also the executive director of the Eastside Bid number 20. So he's helping make sure Black Cat Alley thrives and Ivanhoe Plaza and all the businesses there. So he really is this great positive force. So 50th anniversary of the historic Third Ward, 10th anniversary of Milwaukee Makers Market. But, you know, it's another weekend in Milwaukee. We have cultural events to enjoy.
Oh, of course.
The Milwaukee County Historical Society celebrating America. We the People Community Day is happening on Saturday, and they're opening up the beautiful Milwaukee County Historical Society building. If you haven't been in there, it's just beautiful. And inside, they have a brand new exhibition. It is called We the People, and it's oral histories of people who have immigrated here from throughout the decades and celebrating all cultures. You'll have Irish dance, you'll have flamenco dance, you'll have the Hmong American Friendship Association, their ho-chunk drumming and singing, and of course some tasty food trucks. Got some Belgian waffles on their food truck list. So it really is a good gathering to celebrate America 250. And how do you feel about Lebanese food? Feeling adventurous?
Not sure if I know what is Lebanese.
You're right.
food.
You got some shawarma. I think you've got some.
Still don't know.
Grape. Oh,
Still don't know what that is.
well, you know how you can find out.
Okay.
Go to Caledonia. And it's the St. Charbel Church Lebanese Festival, Saturday and Sunday. And it is a chance to try some adventurous, delicious foods and kibbeh, grape leaves, hummus, baklava. So some of that kind of Greek cuisine as well. And you'll get to hear traditional music and if nothing else, Middle Eastern pastries will always, and coffee will always scratch your itch. But that'll be fun at the St. Charbel Church Lebanese Festival. And then Irish Fest is next weekend. But if you want to get a little taste,
if you need to get your Irish on,
get a little Irish on, go to Tosa at Irish Night The Landing in Hoyt Park on Friday night and Saturday night. You can hear Irish music Friday, Cat and Hare, and Saturday, Athas. And then if you also like live music, take your picnic blanket out in Brookfield. Our partners at Skylight Music Theater are performing Starry Nights, the best of Skylight Music Theater. Great space. If you haven't been to the Wilson Center, that is just, it's already in a park. It's just a beautiful space. And some of the Skylight favorites will be singing Broadway hits from the past and current. And
so it's not just like a review of what they did this season.
Correct.
It's just whatever they feel like singing.
It's Andrew Varela and Stephanie Stasek.
So concert style as opposed to all the choreography and whatever. But your favorite songs.
And some spectacular voices.
Yes, wonderful.
If you've ever been to Skylight. Yeah, so that is Friday night in Brookfield at the Wilson Center. And if you want to go inside on screen, you can see Superman. Sure. You can see The Odyssey. Why not see Bob Uecker tonight? Uke, the movie, the documentary that you've probably heard us talking a lot about. It is a wonderful film following Uke over the last 2 seasons of his life. And it is screening tonight at 8 at the Oriental Theater with a Q&A with the co-directors and Kent Sommerfeld, who's been with him with Uke for decades, and many of the broadcasting team answering questions.
Kent will have plenty of stories to share.
That's amazing.
He doesn't. Yeah, this is his first Q&A that he's been doing with this, and no one knows
Kent's
Bob like Kent does. So
there
should be some stories.
He has a million.
And Friday, if you want to stick around the Oriental Theater, Cat Video Fest 2026. It's exactly what it sounds like.
I'm going to need to learn a little bit more about that. Right.
That's Friday.
Sandy Max, what's on tap? You can see her tonight at Wisconsin State Fair. If this weekend's lineup sounds fun, you're going to want to check out our friends at Three Pillars Senior Living Communities. Top-notch events and activities at the heart of everyday life on their beautiful Lake Country campus. Visit threepillars.org today.
And don't forget, if you missed anything, she has it all on the website. In fact, she even has more stuff. Just text the word TREND to 855-616-1620 on the Saturday Unlimited WDTMJ Talk and Text line, and you can see all of the things that are trending for this weekend. Thank you, Sandy.
Originating live from Wisconsin State Fair next, Point Taken with Steve Scafidi and Kristen Bryan.
Does anybody really listen to what I say at